In the mists and shadows of fetid earth, in ruined farm and broken hearth, spirits of the past are freed from sin, as ravens seek their missing kin. A sunlit sword did strike the blow that bringeth mother and all her woe. Welcome to Curse of Strahd. You may have seen a lot of speculation, a lot of fear that tonight will be the final Curse of Strahd. The truth is, none of us know. So let's find out with our players. We have playing the Maya, Rhiannon Gower. Also playing the Maya, it's Tom Hazel. Playing Rose Vanandi, we have Katie Morrison. Playing Jesper,
Hello.
Chris Trott. And playing Dog's Body, Kim Richards.
Wow.
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 Welcome, friends. Welcome to another episode of Curse of Strahd. It's our favorite, happy, really exciting and positive and uplifting midweek campaign.
Love it. Yeah.
Love it.
So that's
Chris
Strahd.
Trott's favorite module. How do you still feel about it now, Chris Trott?
Suck me, daddy.
Sorry?
The first bit did sound like a different word, but we'll let it go. We'll let it go.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. I'd hate to see it go.
Well, we'll find out what's going to happen tonight.
Sometimes the best things only have one season, so it's fine.
That's it. You know, it can't go on forever, can it? Right? It can't last forever. Good
We're going
things
to
don't
try,
last
though.
forever.
It's not like we're giving up. We're going to try.
No, it's going to happen.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Yeah.
We're just in dire straits, that's all. That's all.
I mean, when are you not in Curse of Strahd? Right? That's the thing. When are you not?
Yeah,
It's on
I won't
theme.
lie. I've seen people sharing their stories of how their Curse of Strahd campaign went, and everyone. I don't think I've met someone who's actually finished Curse of Strahd
Yes,
successfully.
you have.
No.
You
I
have
don't-
met.
Well, actually,
right
yeah.
here.
Apart from you guys with your bullshit.
There was no bullshit. It was legitimate combat tactics.
But
Weren't they,
did you ever
Chris
go
Trott?
to? Did you ever go to Bubble Saga?
No,
Didn't-
we didn't
didn't
go
need
Babylon
to,
Saga.
clearly.
Didn't even go
What
to
about
Castle
Yesterhill?
Ravenloft, Tom. Didn't even need to go to
Yeah.
Castle Ravenloft. We
Didn't need
killed
all the
Strahd on
artifacts.
Yesterhill. That's where we killed Strahd, where you fought all the barbarians.
It's all about the
did
DM,
die.
isn't it?
You did die on that hill.
He died on that hill, he did.
He did.
But yeah, no, I know, yeah, Kim was also telling me that quite a few people have been informing Kim that a lot of their party died right here in the ruins of Berez. So
Well, you
we'll
know
find
what,
out.
gamers, it's time to show you how it's done. Gamers, what's up, gamers? Rise up, gamers.
Go.
Tom's here to give you the legit strategy guide, the pro moves, the pro
Here's
tactics.
how you beat Bubble Saga in 3 turns.
We get a
Yeah.
quick
Speed
shot
strats
of your,
incoming.
your shirt there, Tom?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
come on.
sure. Strahd owes me money.
Oh, what a
Where's my
nice
money?
shirt!
It's just
Give
the
me money.
mic in the way.
Yeah,
Could've just
like-
moved
You
the
could have just stood up and we would have seen it. But
Oh,
he's like,
yeah,
it's on an
yeah,
arm.
could have done a lot of things. How about this?
right.
Oh, you have
He had
Couple
to get
of things-
reminded of that, by the way, just for the record.
He had to
He
be.
wasn't
Yeah,
wearing
Katie
that when
reminded
he
him.
joined this call.
I keep forgetting.
Couple of things to announce before I do the recap and we get into the episode. So the first one is, if you might have seen our tweet just before this, quite a lot of people really loved our art cards that we did for our 5th anniversary and 100 episode of Erois, our main campaign. We did a limited edition run of those with numbered prints. Because so many people love them, we've released another 166 to our store,
Yeah.
but they are not numbered. These are not numbered like the limited edition ones. So these are just, you know, the art prints, they're exactly the same, except they don't have the limited edition numbers on them. We know a lot of people were sad that they missed out on getting them, so we've added these as requested. But once these are gone, that's it. Once this set is done, no more.
Yeah.
So
It's still a limited supply, so
yeah, limited supply, but
these
not
are gone.
limited edition.
Not
I don't wanna-
150, not 160, a little bit less than 170, 166.
166. Look,
They
Go on, Katie.
over-delivered on the order. I said, why 166? And they were like, they gave us too many, so there's exactly 166 rather than 150. So you're welcome.
yeah,
those.
exactly. You
once
can
those
thank our merchant
66 are
provider.
gone, they are gone. So
Yeah.
get on them. And the last batch went
Get on
very quickly. So
Yes, I suspect they will be gone by Sunday. So if you want them, get them now. Couple of other quick things. Two of them are completely purely selfish things that I'm going to mention. The other one I'm going to mention is you should check out Kim. We did Kim's Lunar New Year adventure on Sunday, and that is now available on Kim's Patreon. You can download the full PDF with the adventure from Kim's Patreon. Don't do it. You're going to regret it. You can check that out. Kim's Lunar New Year Adventure, which is available on her Patreon now. Go and check it out if you'd like to. Especially if you want to learn a lot about Lunar New Year. I felt like I learned a lot about Lunar New Year and some of the kind of like culture and traditions and mythology behind it. So go and check that out on Kim's Patreon.
that's the important bit, right?
Jade
there.
Emperor's invitation.
Cool.
Amazing. Two more quick things from me, very specifically me focused. I just announced a partnership. I'm doing something with Comic Relief, Warwick Castle, and Wizards D&D, where you can win a cool weekend, sort of like 2-day. You go to Warwick Castle, you have like days of learning to joust and do archery and sword fight, and then we're going to play through my Candlekeep Mysteries adventure with me as the DM. It's one winner and 4 of their friends get to come and have this amazing kind of D&D experience at Warwick Castle. If you go to comicrelief.com/prizes, you get all of the information on how you can enter there. It is like a raffle ticket, but all of that money goes to charity. It goes to helping vulnerable people in the UK and worldwide. But you can also enter it for free by a post as well. The other thing I want to mention on that, because it's not specifically said on the Comic Relief page, but I mentioned it in my tweet, it won't be until it's safe to do in the UK. So until it is COVID safe to have a meetup, it won't happen. As soon as it is safe, Comic Relief will contact you and say, hey, we're going to make this happen. This is when it's going to be once it's safe to do so. But go and do that, help raise money for good causes, and yeah, potentially win a cool weekend of D&D stuff and a game with me. So you can go and do that.
When it's safe. Sword fight safe. Very spitty.
Yeah, just lots of COVID particles in the air from helmets. And then the other one I'm going to mention, and this is the first kind of like proper full announcement of it I'm doing, next Wednesday at 9 p.m. UK time, I'm going to be doing a special one-on-one D&D session with Code Miko, if you know Code Miko the streamer. It's going to be on hers and my Twitch channel. I expect it to be very, very chaotic, probably worse than the infamous Star Wars D&D of 2019's Jingle Jam. So it will probably be very funny and chaotic to come and watch. So you should come and check that out as well.
Good luck.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I'm going to need it. So, but that's going to be fun.
Be
so it's going to be, it's going to be like a one-on-one. I've like made a character for her based on some stuff that she sent me. I expect it's going to be absolute chaos. So come and check that out. And that's it. That's it for announcements. I'm ready to do a recap when you are. Welcome back to Curse of Strahd. Our party, having rested at the Wizard of Wines under the protection of the Were-Ravens, faces a decision. Do they seek out Babala Saga and try to recover the next relic that has been prophesied to help them? Or do they travel to Kresik to gain the aid of others? Initially, fearing Babala Saga's powers, they decide to head to Kresik, but ridden with guilt at abandoning the Were-Ravens' captured children, they decide to seek out the witch herself instead, and at least free her captives first. Exploring the ruined village of Berez, the party find it a fetid swamp with only ramshackle buildings and waterlogged farms. They encounter the spirit of the burgomaster of Berez, but Tatiana uses her magic to help put his spirit to ease. Avoiding Babala Saga's attention so far, the party find the Were-Raven children trapped within a fenced pen topped with human skulls. It seems to have been warded against shape changes. The Maya shifts into a spider form and flies over the fence with the aid of an insect swarm. But as Jesper cuts into the fence with the Sunsword to free the children, the skulls atop it emit a horrendous screech that echoes across the ruined village. Many shapes begin to stir in the fog and mist. And that,
Oopsie-doopsie.
my dear friends, is where we begin today. I am going to bring up...
No, thank you. No.
No. See ya.
So, if I remember correctly...
We could just leave. Like, yeah.
So, we have The Maya, both of the Mayas are inside the pen, having either climbed over it as a giant spider or flown in, carried by their insect swarm, and they are inside the pen with the were-raven children, who are still bound by ropes. They're still tied to like a fence post embedded in the earth. Rose and Jesper on the outside of the fence. Jesper has like cut a chunk of this wooden fence post off with the Sunsword. Rose was trying to ease the children.
Nope.
Whereas Dog's body, the two were-raven parents, Adrian and Stefania, along with Irina and Ismark, are all also outside. Just to kind of give you guys a rundown of everything. And then, in Ulrich Manor. Yeah, so we are going to pretty much go straight into rolling initiative here, as you'd already begun to see several of these scarecrows that had been set out in the farms and the waterlogged village have pulled themselves free from their kind of poles and are now menacingly coming towards you with these long, curved, claw-like hands. With these kind of hideous straw faces with these stitched grins.
Well, shit.
So, Jesper, is that a 25 for initiative?
Yeah, it is. Oh, you noticed.
I did notice. Very well done. Oh god, I can't tell on my... Right, which Maya has the creepy scarecrow icon face? For your character avatar, what one did you pick?
You picked him. I don't know. I'll be creepy scarecrow skeleton face.
Right, okay, and then so the other
Tom's
one is
that
the
one?
kind of bulb head with loads of eyes on it.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. They're both as disgusting as each other, Mark.
Which one are you?
I'll be the undead looking one.
Tom.
I'm talking about your D&D Beyond character sheets, not the Roll20 icons.
Oh, I'm the one with a million eyes.
You're the one with a million eyes, thank you. Right,
I'm the baghead dude.
You're bankhead, okay. That's what I need to know. So Rhiannon's at 20, Tom's at 16. Rose, what's your initiative?
21.
21. Dog's body.
19.
19. And then I've got to roll for Irina.
Shit's on the
16.
slowest at 16. God damn.
Really good initiative round.
16. Irina and Tom Meyer are the lowest. Interesting. So Jesper, you are the first to react. You can begin to see, at different points. Some of them are quite far away, because I think that on the map at the moment, it's actually, quite a big distance. There's probably 3 of these scarecrows that you can see within any sort of short distance, but you do see ones much further out that are, gaining distance, basically.
Gaining distance, perfect.
Coming closer.
Reducing distance.
Yeah.
Do I notice how quickly they are moving towards the party? Like, are they shambling?
They are fast moving. These are not like zombies.
There's one
These
right there.
move
They're
with
right
a kind of unnatural gait, very, very rapidly.
I'm suddenly aware of how close they are. Because they're now on the screen.
Well, these squares, these aren't 5-foot squares. The map that you're looking at the moment is like a wider map of the village. There's no battle map for this. At the moment, they're approximately sort of like 70 feet away. These first 3 are about 70 feet on the edges of your peripheral vision. There are other shapes, like more than maybe 100, 200 feet out in the mists, but it's hard to see exactly how far and where they are. But you remember passing several of these scarecrows in the past.
My instinct is, when I'm cutting through this and hearing that horrific sound, is to just be like, no, not again. And I think Jesper's going to try and look up at the barricade and see if there's any way for him to climb it himself. Is it slick?
Okay.
Is it...
It's not
Is it
slick, no.
possible?
It's made from wood. It's definitely possible to climb over. Yeah, just be an athletics check.
We can protect ourselves, maybe inside, for now, until we think of a better plan. And I'm going to try and climb in.
Okay. Athletics check then, please.
That's an 18.
Easily enough. There's there's gaps in between the posts that you can kind of dig your fingers into. You kind of crawl up, your hands get covered in kind of rough, small cuts and splinters. But in the kind of panic and adrenaline, you clamber up and swing over onto the inside of the pen, dropping down next to the giant spider and insect-covered Maya, who had climbed over previously.
Is that my movement, Mark Humes? Generous,
That would be,
benevolent
yeah.
DM.
No, it is your movement. So your movement speed is what?
40.
Okay, so it's about half that to climb up. So you move at like a half speed when you're climbing. So it's maybe about sort of like 10 feet up this fence post, maybe a little bit more. It's up to you. Do you want to jump down or do you climb down on the other side?
I'm going to jump down.
All right, okay. You make an acrobatics check for me if you wish to try and reduce any damage
Sure.
that you would take.
Sure. That's a 22 there.
Yeah,
for
you don't take
Jesper.
any damage. You quite happily 10-foot jump down, tuck and roll, and land without any major injury. You have 10 feet of movement left.
So, can I get to the children in the middle?
Yep.
Perfect. The one that's closest to me, did you say there were 3? How many were there?
There were 3 children, 2 boys, maybe about sort of like 4 and 5, and then a much like a 3-year-old girl, and they're all tied up.
I'm going to, if I have the time to do this, if they're gagged or anything, I'm going to remove that and try and speak to them very briefly.
Yeah, you've got enough time to like remove one of their gags, like one of the boys or the young girl's gag. Probably not all 3 of them,
the
but
eldest,
one of them.
The eldest
yep.
I'll speak to. Listen to me. You haven't got a lot of time. I'm going to bestow upon you the ability to move fast. You need to help guide the other 2 out, okay? Stay with us.
I can't get free. We are tied down.
I'm going to cast Freedom of Movement on this
interesting.
one.
Okay.
For the duration, the target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain, and spells and other magical effects can neither reduce the target speed nor cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained.
Okay, so when you cast the spell, it's almost like the ropes that bind this one just seem to like come free. They just almost like they just slip off of his body as if, they were too loosely tied. And he's like, yes, I am free. Thank you. But you must hurry. She will be trying to get to you. And then he can see him like trying to tug at his like brother's ropes. He's not strong enough to pull them free, but he definitely is like tugging at them. They're all tied up individually, so you're going to have to untie all 3 of them.
I'll just tell them to get ready to climb, and we'll help remove the restraints.
Yes, I can get them. The hole that you cut before with the Sunsword is probably big enough because it was only 1 strike, but it's probably big enough for these kids to squeeze through, even if the adults and you guys can't. The kids probably will be able to squeeze through it. That's
My
if
next
they
turn
can
will
leave.
probably
There is a
be-
kind of worried thing, like as you're looking, like if the were-ravens couldn't get in, can these kids get out? You don't know.
Right. Okay.
Cool.
That's my
Excellent turn. Nice. All right, Rose.
I am going to, rather than get inside, there's already 3 people inside, so I think I'm going to
Pretty tight in there.
take a couple of shots at whatever scarecrow is closest to us
Sure. Yep.
to try and thin
there's
down the numbers.
For the sake of ease, because there is no full battle map, I'll say that there's 3 of them which are all about equidistance and will likely get to you this turn. Like, they're going to run in and they're going to try and engage you this combat. You can see shapes in the mist coming towards you. But there's at least 3 viable targets, all of which you can take shots at if you wish. Like, as
Are
in, like,
any
pick
of them
one.
grouped together?
No, they're actually annoyingly all separated. They're like, there's like they've come from different parts of the swamp, like the different parts of the village. They've been drawn here.
So I'm going to cast Slayer's Prey on whatever one is closest to me. I rolled a 2, so that might not hit. That
Sure,
is
well, let's, let's say
11
you've
to hit.
marked. Let's say you've marked A for now.
Okay. That's only an 11 to hit.
11 will still hit, actually. These things, they seem quite nimble, but there's no armor. There's nothing to protect them. The arrow just kind of thuds through. But these are non-magical arrows, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, the arrow doesn't...
I have a shitty weapon.
I know. The arrows, unfortunately, do not... that's Curse of Strahd, unfortunately. The arrows don't seem to have as much impact as you would hope, even though they're quite easy to hit.
Full damage on that one, so that's 8, 9, 10, 12 damage on the first arrow.
Half to 6, as they are resistant.
And Slayer's Prey damage is... I rolled 3.
And that's just normal damage. It's not like force damage or anything, is it?
Yeah, I think it's just normal damage.
Just normal damage, yeah. So unfortunately, that is also reduced. So the arrow kind of thuds into one of their bodies, and it just keeps coming as if nothing's touched it.
And I'll shoot again.
Sure.
Oh, that'll hit. That's 15 plus 9, so that
Easily
will be
hits.
fine. 8 damage total, so 4.
4 points of damage.
Rubbish.
The 2 arrows thud into it, but it's almost, it strikes the kind of wooden skeleton beneath its kind of hay body, and under these burlap sacks, you just see these arrows now sticking out of its shoulders. Doesn't show any sign of slowing down or stopping. Anything else on your turn, Rose? You do have, like, the ruins of the mansion, like, you know, very close to you. You could try and run into those for things like cover and things like that.
I think I will try and get cover within those ruins for now, and just try and keep my distance and support from as much as I can with fire, even though it's...
Just realized I had a bunch of tokens on the map layer as well, which means I wouldn't be able to move them. So, yeah, for the sake of, again, because this isn't a full battle map that we're using on Roll20, this is like an abstract map. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put like a raven symbol there. I'll delete some of these. And we'll use, like, Jesper's icon will be, like, the group inside the barrier, and then Rose will use your icon as, like, a people that are kind of remaining in the mansion area, which also includes Irina and some of the others as well at the moment. Cool. Right. So Rose, Irina, Ismark, all kind of move in the mansion, like, and it's a ruin, right? There's no sturdy, thick walls. Like, they're all like broken, crumbling down half walls. But there's windows that you can shoot bows out of, and you can see these oncoming creatures heading towards you. Meanwhile, Dog's Body, you're still outside the pen. Jesper and the 2 mice are currently inside of it. The scarecrows, the first 3 scarecrows, come running in. They're going to go for the creatures. They seem to ignore the pen for the moment. 2 of them are going to rush Dog's Body, and then the last one is going to come towards the mansion building as if to kind of like clamber through the windows and start striking Rose. None of them are going to be able to attack this turn. They have to spend all of their movement to basically dash, but they are now engaging you. So Rose, you have one. It's like climbed up into a window and is kind of hunched there, the kind of pale light of Barovia framing behind it as this kind of big grinned burlap sack as these razor sharp claws grip the stone wall. Dog's Body, you're on the outside of this fence when 2 of them basically engulf you, flanking you on either side, keeping you engaged. And they just show no fear. That is an action for them to do their terrifying glare. So yeah, that's it. That's all they can really do for this round. Rhiannon Maya.
Yo. So can I cast thaumaturgy, like try and emanate the sound of like children laughing behind the scarecrows to try and make them think that the children have already run away?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can definitely try and do that. So you're going to create like the sound of like children laughing, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of hear, all of you hear this kind of ethereal, ghostly noise, and for those of you that know what the Maya is, it'd probably be like insects, like kind of like chirping and making the noises, right? Because that's how a lot of your spells manifest. So it's almost like cicadas, but they vibrate at such a frequency that it sounds like children's laughter, and it like leads off in a trail. The scarecrows don't seem to react to it. They don't seem to be interested in the children whatsoever as you try and lure them away. That is, you get the sense that they have been given very specific orders that do not involve the children.
Ah, cool. Okay.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
I think then, because the Maya knows the children are precious, they'll stay by the children.
Just like kind of form like a defensive, like, you know, barrier or something like that. Okay, sure. It's a good effort. Unfortunately, you know, you didn't have the knowledge of what these things are after. So, but yeah, the children definitely are a little bit nervous around the Maya, and they're focusing on Jesper right now, who's speaking to them. But you've definitely kind of placed yourself ready to defend them if anything tries to attack them. Dog's body.
Hello.
Hello.
I guess in response to what Jesper said climbing into the pen, I'm just gonna look up and shout like, "You can't get in there, you silly twat!" And it's got the magic, the bad magic. Noticing that Rose has dipped out, I am going to take a nervous look around and do a big yawn and transform into a glorious werebeast.
So you hear like the cracking of bones, the stretching of sinew, pieces of leather kind of crack and break as Dog's body's form shifts, becoming this kind of hunched back hybrid wolven form. It's a big jaw and claws, muscles expand as you shift. Is that an action to do, or is that a bonus action?
Is a bonus action.
Nice, okay.
I'm just trying to decide whether or not to do radiant consumption, but nah. I'll for now. What I'm going to do is I will attack the one nearest to me with my great axe.
So you got two on either side.
so
Do you want to go for B or C?
C. Sure, why not?
Okey-dokey.
I rolled a 9 plus 6 is 15.
That hits.
On one hit.
Yeah, the axe comes sweeping
so
down.
That's a D12. I rolled a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of damagios.
You are not using
One
Crimson
for
Right
first.
right now at the moment, are you? So it's not
I haven't
magical
activated
damage.
it, no.
Yeah, so it's
No,
again, like Rose's arrow, the axe digs in, but it has less of an effect. Like whatever magic has created these things is protecting it from some of the blade's axe. The axe's blade.
I rolled a 9 again, so same to attack
Yep, hits.
again. Oh, actually, as well, I get more as well from that. I get +1 as well from my
I will add 1 to the
werewolf
last attack,
form.
and then yep.
Oh, sorry, as well. I also get +1 to the damage. So can you add 1 more damage from that first
did,
attack?
yeah.
And then I
I
rolled
did.
a
I
3
just
on
did it.
damage on this one. 3, 7, 8 points of damage on this one.
And then halved to 4. So yeah, and you swing these 2 swipes of the axe, and they dig into the scarecrows. But yeah, it kind of cuts through like burlap sack, and straw fills out. You know, maggots and worms kind of come tumbling out of these sacks that it's using as like a chest. Seemingly doesn't seem to be, shows no sign of pain or hesitation from the blows. Just preparing themselves for a counterattack. I should have mentioned as well, just before the Mayas go, those shapes in the mist get closer. I need to move those guys as well. 100 feet.
Yay!
Nice. You love to see it.
Yeah.
You love
Love.
to see it.
You love to see it. After Dog's Body, unless there's anything else you would like to do.
I can't move, so yeah, I'll stick where I am.
Okay. Irina kind of taking defensive position inside the mansion with Rose and Ismark will... I've got to bring up the actual campaign here. Irina. She will sing a dull note, and as a bonus action, she will give a bardic inspiration to Rose. So this kind of sweet singing tone echoes through the kind of mists and the fog and the haunted ruins. She will give a bardic inspiration to Rose, and then for her action, she will. She probably won't do those. She's a long rest as well. She will. Nobody's been hurt yet. She will basically take the dodge action and kind of prepare herself for like being engaged and try and keep herself defensive so that she can heal at a later date. So that's what she will do. After Irina, Ismark will go, and Ismark, being Ismark the Lesser, will come charging at your side, Rose, and will try and take 2 swipes at this skeleton. One with his flail. That's a hit. That's like 19 plus 5. 4 points of damage, halved to 2. 2 more points of damage. And then he will swing again with his hand axe, which is also a hit. That is 8 points of damage, halved to 4. So this kind of big spinning silver flail cracks the scarecrow on the head, and then his axe bites into its wooden form. But again, very similar to the arrows, doesn't seem to be having as much an effect as other weapons. Spider Maya.
Watch out, it's Spider Maya. As a druid, this is a druid question. I've never played a druid before. How many of my features stick around for when I am a spider?
You can't cast spells. You can't
mean?
speak. Yeah, what features do you mean in particular?
I just mean like my halo of spores, or my feet, the poisoner feet. I'm just wondering how many of these actually stick
I
around.
don't think they do. I think when you're in wild shape, you get what's on your wild shape, like what the spider does.
Yeah, I think that there's a couple of specific things that when you transform, like I know moon druids can still, like, they can spend spell slots to heal themselves, but normal druids can't do that. I think you are basically a giant spider stat block, as long as you are in that form. The only difference is you get to keep your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores, as opposed to when other creatures are normally polymorphed.
Fine. It doesn't really matter for this turn. I was just asking for the future. In that case, I want to creepy crawl up behind one of the tied up children and try to bite one of the ropes that's tying him onto the post.
Most certainly. So this is, if you're trying to like physically attack it with like an attack, which you are, it's an attack roll. The rope has like an AC and hit points like a creature does.
10?
10 will just barely hit. It's kind of fiddly to try and get your mandibles around this thin rope and not injure the child. The were-raven child is screaming as this giant spider is like, it looks like you're about to like bite the child, and it's just like, help,
okay.
help.
It's not too dangerous. It's not like there's
it,
poison.
but he's also scared, so he's like, don't worry about that.
In that case, that's 1d6, and does a rope have to make a saving throw against its poison?
It is immune to poison because it is a rope.
See,
however,
now that's where I was asking about the features. The poisoner thing means I ignore poison resistance.
well, it's immune, so it doesn't matter anyway. It's not
okay,
resistant to poison, it's immune. It's
right,
a rope,
okay.
Tom. It's immune to poison. You cannot poison a rope.
I've got like acid goo coming out my teeth.
No,
That's
then
gonna
it would
have
be
an impact.
acid damage, wouldn't it? It wouldn't be poison damage, it'd be acid damage.
If I put poison on a rope, I'd expect it to break. And if it doesn't,
Well,
then
good luck
Eventually.
with that.
Fuck,
Take a
Mother
while.
Nature.
You go. Yeah, after like a few hundred years, maybe it will eat the organic matter.
What? We might be here for a few hundred years.
Well, the
Well,
thing is
rolling.
5 points of damage is still enough that you manage to bite through and snap the rope holding the creature,
then ignore
holding
what I
the
said
child.
about the poison.
Just
I don't care about
kind
the
of
poison.
snap and bite down, and it does kind of split enough of the rope where the child can kind of wriggle their hands free and begin freeing themselves.
Nice. And I will then start waltzing over to the other one as well, like, you're next, kid.
Nice.
Except I'm a spider, so I just click and clack at him, you know?
Yeah. You all hear, coming from somewhere at the very center of Berez, hidden in the fog, something besides the giant tree that's been pointed out to you as Baba Lasaga's hut. You see something that, in the distance, none of you can really see what it is, but something flies up into the air. A large, round shape just flies up into the air and begins moving in your direction. Yes, Kim?
I wonder what that is.
This dog has dark vision.
Yeah, it's less the dark. It's more there's this thick mist and fog that's kind of surrounding the whole village. Makes it very hard to see pretty much anything that's not in your immediate area. You also hear the sound of heavy wooden creaking. The tree in the middle of the village appears to be moving.
Oh, new best friend!
Should we just leave?
Ooh.
Hey, Maya!
Yes,
Hello.
We're all gonna die anyway, right?
Yeah!
Oh.
I'm going to tell the 3-year-old that I've already untied.
You untied the eldest. You've untied the 2 eldest now.
Oh,
There's the young girl is the last one.
Sorry, I thought 3 was the oldest.
5 is the oldest.
Okay, sure. I'm going to untie one of the other ones while saying this. You see that hole over there? There are people on the outside that are willing to help you. What I need you to do is squeeze through and follow them, okay? They will guide you away. If you can get out.
Yes.
See if you can.
My sister is still tied. But we want to leave her.
Yeah, I'll try and untie her whilst saying
Okay.
this stuff.
Are you trying to like cut the rope, or are you trying to physically like untie it?
So I've got a lightsaber, right? So I can just
You have a
haphazardly-
Sunsword which does radiant damage. Yes.
Do I feel like
It is
I
not a
could
lightsaber.
No.
Just to make that point.
Well, do I feel like the width of this sunsword is going to cause any damage to this child's hand?
No. You're skilled enough with a blade that you can use the Sunsword to attack the rope. Like, and it's not like you're going, yeah! It's,
In
you're
which
like
case,
aiming it and sort of like cutting down.
I'd like to do a somersault attack on it.
Right, okay, sure. Roll an attack roll with disadvantage and let me know if you get a natural one. No, I know you don't. Make an attack roll.
In fact, I might just use my dagger because they're really thin and small. Still attack roll? Cool.
Yep.
It's rolling. That is 25.
That hits the rope. Roll damage.
Okay. Here it
Any
comes.
poison damage or?
7. Can I poison it,
7?
Mark?
You can't.
I'm
So
going
here's the
to
thing with a
double
dagger.
attack.
A dagger deals piercing damage. So you're trying to like kind of cut the rope with a weapon that's meant to kind of stab and thrust. It doesn't have enough, like, you're 1 point off because it's half damage. It's 3 damage. The rope is like barely able to, it's just being held together. Yes, Tom.
I have a second attack, so...
A bite is piercing damage as well, so I don't think.
Oh, it's not slashing damage?
Nope. Don't slash
Oh
with those
dear.
teeth.
How much damage did you do?
I only did 5, so.
Then your
Guess
rope
the
is
other
also
two tied up.
cut through. Then thank you.
Oh.
Well done. Thank you for reminding me.
That's all right. Just how do you slash with teeth, Mark? Come on, think about it.
Like a kind of like I could see it like like a
Serrated
scorpion.
teeth.
I don't want
Yeah.
to see you eat a burger.
Shredding teeth like a dog.
All right. I get extra attack. This is not my second hand attack. I get an extra attack.
No, this is your extra attack.
So this one is like, I throw the dagger into my sheath, and
Straight away.
I will attack with the sun sword. That's a nat 1. 10. Sick. Next turn.
So the problem is that on anything that's not an attack roll, a natural 1 can still succeed. But on an attack roll, I'm pretty sure it still misses, even no matter what the bonus is. I'm gonna check.
I engage the
I
sun
can't remember
sword
if
and it
that's
comes out the
changed.
bottom instead of the top.
We can't
If
defeat
the
rope
D20 roll
at
for
this
the
point.
D20 roll for an attack is a 1, the attack misses regardless of any modifiers to the target's AC. So you kind of like dagger, you kind of slide it in, you engage the Sunsword, but as you're about to cut, like that's when these the scarecrows rush up to Dog's body. You hear like this giant creaking in the center of the village, and it causes you just to slip enough that the Sunsword kind of carves into the ground rather than the rope itself.
I had no idea this encounter was going to be so terrifying that even the ropes are overpowered.
They're not overpowered. He rolled a 1.
They can't
What
even
do
be
you want from me?
poisoned.
It's got 4 hit points, and it's only resistant to like 2 types of damage.
Goddamn
Piercing
Saga
damage.
rope.
OP rope.
OP rope. Anything else, Jesper?
He's going to spend the rest of his turn cursing things that shouldn't be heard by children.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Invistan.
They can't cover their ears because they're tied up by the rope, the impossible rope. Rose.
I will shoot the scarecrow that is at the building window. I
Okay,
believe.
it is right in your face. You would need to step away if you want to, which will be an opportunity attack. Just the one.
I will stab the scarecrow that's at the window.
You don't want to risk an
No.
opportunity? Okay.
Because we're all
Pull
going
out
to
short
die
sword.
at some point.
Stab.
13 plus 7 to hit.
That hits. Yep.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage.
Halved to 4. The short sword stabs in. You can see that parts of it are starting to break now. Parts of its like body have collapsed to the ground. It does look fairly beaten up.
14 to hit on the next one.
That hits.
7 damage and
3.
6 damage, half to 3 on thingy.
Slayer's Prey.
Slayer's Prey. That.
Nice. So these 2 stabs, you kind of thrust at it with a short sword. The blows, kind of dragging and scouring marks along its wooden frame. It is still standing, but you can see like parts of it are beginning to bend and snap. Its burlap sack is beginning to lose some of the magic, which is keeping it in this kind of terrifying grin. But it is still standing, unfortunately. Anything else on your turn, Rose?
Cry.
Okay, it's a free action to cry, so easily done. After Rose, it is the Scarecrow's turn. The ones out in the mist, several of them will move closer, and some of them begin to become more visible as they do so. Oh god, no. My Roll20 is all messed up. I'll move that around in a minute. You see at least 2 more beginning to draw closer. Still about 100 feet away, but they are running full pelt towards you, and there are still more shapes behind them further away. Rose, the one in front of you, will attempt to use its terrifying glare. I need you and Ismark to make wisdom saving throws, please.
I rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
Oh.
So you feel this
22.
thing kind of lets out this kind of kind of laugh, and you feel like this tightness in your chest, like a wave hit you. But knowing the danger you're in, knowing the things that you've already faced in Barovia, you steel your heart, and both you and Ismark sturdy yourselves against it, and you succeed on
I
the saving
couldn't
throw.
see it properly because I was crying. My eyes were
You were
all...
crying, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Dog's body, they're not going to attempt to frighten you. The 2 scarecrows next to you simply try and slash at you. They simply try and with a flurry of claws.
Slash.
So
Their
they
teeth.
get 2 attacks each. First one against you is 19 to hit.
Hit.
Second one is an 18 to hit.
Hit.
Okay. So I need you to make 2 separate wisdom saving throws and take some damage for me.
Okay. I'm resistant to slashing damage.
Are you raging? Oh, because you're in your hybrid form, right? So you get
'Cause
the
I'm-
resistance from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm a
keep thinking you're a
wolf, yeah.
barbarian for some reason, yeah. So it would
I'm a
normally be
barbarian. I know I
5
look
slashing
like
damage. You half it to 2. So 2 points of slashing damage from the first attack. What was the first wisdom save?
18. 19.
18. 19, that's fine. The second slashing attack is 6, 7, 8. 8 slashing damage, half the 4. And the second wisdom saving throw was
13.
13. You still manage to kind of, as these things are tearing, you can feel like rivulets of your blood being spilt by these razor sharp claws. You feel that same kind of tightening in your chest, like a fear effect trying to take hold, but you steel yourself against it. All of the other scarecrows move a little bit closer.
Oh. I'm going to fire.
Wait. Maya does.
I have Alchemist Fire.
So do I.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Only
Where's the
zeros.
other one? I'm missing one. Where's one of my scaredy boys?
He's left. Got better things to do.
He
If you run out of
clearly
tokens,
does.
you can't legally play them on the board, so they don't ever
Well,
spawn.
actually, I can. Screw the rules. I have money.
You haven't played Monopoly before?
No.
No more hotels.
There's no more scarecrows. You can't place anymore. The Maya. Rhiannon Maya.
Hello.
So you can see all of this. You can see these two things jump on Dog's body just outside the fence, kind of slashing at him with all these claws. You see Dog's body shift into this hybrid form. The giant spider is trying to free one of the children. Jesper is trying to free one of the children, but they're both still kind of tied up and struggling. Meanwhile, like one of these scarecrows is leapt inside the building. You can hear the sounds of fighting with your friends. What do you do?
I will wriggle and pulsate over towards Tom, Maya, and Jesper, and I'll help them try and get these kids free. Pulsate and wriggle, you know.
It's all the bugs keeping her moving, like all these insects inside her corpse.
Maya things.
Just
what
Maya
are you doing?
things.
How do you want to try and free the kids? You got two kids bound by rope.
I want to use like my short sword and try and cut the ropes on one of them.
Why the air quotes there, Ree? Why air quotes?
Oh, because I imagine the sword being more like just a sharp piece of tree bark she just has on like her arm or something.
Oh,
Sure,
okay. It's better than I
Cool.
thought it was going to be. I thought you were just going to say like a sharp piece of bone or something.
Oh.
Now, so we're clear, Rhiannon, a short sword deals piercing damage.
Does it?
Yep. So you strike
What
at the
the hell
rope.
deals
Go make an
slashing
attack roll
damage?
for me.
I will try and pierce this rope. Oh, that's
Or
an
deal the same
11.
damage as a spear.
An 11 hits. 11 hits. Still enough.
Okay. Just a damage roll, I suppose.
Give me a damage roll.
Oh, can I use my flies as well?
You tell
to
me,
deal
like,
some
what
extra
you-
damage.
Sure, if that's a thing you can do. Tell me how it works and what you do.
So I can cause my swarm of flies to assist me in the following ways. I can the target can take an extra d6 of piercing damage from the swarm, or the attack must succeed in a strength saving throw or be moved by the swarm, or I can be moved by the swarm up to 5 feet in any direction.
What would you like to do?
I'd like to use the swarm to deal some extra d6 piercing damage, please.
Roll the extra damage and tell me the total with a modifier as well on the top.
So that's 11 damage.
11 damage. That is enough to whatever rope was still remaining from the spider bite. You split it in half and it shreds as the
Nice.
biting insects and flies and bugs kind of tear the rope apart as they burrow through it. The boy, the 4-year-old boy, is like, I'm free, creature. Kind of backs away from you in a panic, and his brother grabs his hand. He's just like, no, do not panic. We once our sister is free, we must run. They're kind of looking around scared, but knowing freedom is nearby.
We will remember this day as the day that Ree one-shot a rope.
Can I use my possible expert bonus action? Would that work, technically?
I mean, if you have a bonus action and you fulfill the because it's like when you make an attack with a weapon, you get to make a hand crossbow attack, right? That's how it works.
You take the attack action, with a one-handed weapon. You can use a bonus action
You have
to
taken
attack
the
with
attack
a hand
action.
crossbow you are holding. So can I
Yeah.
try and
You also,
use my
if
crossbow?
you're a ranger, right? You have another attack with your main weapon as well. You have 2 attacks with your main weapon.
Can I try the other rope?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Nice.
Well, that was a D6 you rolled. That was a D6. That wasn't an attack roll.
Oh, that's okay then. Watch us be in that one. Woo! Okay, that's.
So you step up to and this is the young girl that Jesper's trying to free with the Sunsword. You step up and your arm bark sword kind of strikes down and connects with it again. So roll damage.
Nice. And can I use that fly thing more than once a turn?
Don't think you can.
Okay.
But it only had 1 hit point left, though, didn't it? Because
We'll find out.
That's on
Jesper
each
had
of the
already.
turns. Yeah, it's just the one. Okay, so that's 3. It's 5 damage.
5 points of damage. Half to 2 is enough to split
Hey.
the 1 point of health left on the rope.
Double.
So you kind of come down and
Oh my
you kind of
God.
puncture the rest of it, and it splits the rope. And it was like barely it was only because she's such a young girl she couldn't break it herself. Because it was like all these like thin strands, but you kind of managed to shred the rest of it, and she kind of and she like looks up, and this she looks human. Like she doesn't look like the other rare ravens. She just looks like a normal human girl. Dark hair, but pale skin. The 2 boys grab her, and the eldest one kind of like half picks her up. He's not quite big enough to fully pick her up, but they basically both grab her, and with Jesper's warning, without even really saying anything, they scramble for the hole, and they shove their sister through, and they begin kind of crawling their way through to try and escape as best they can.
He's got that freedom of movement, so he can
He does, yeah.
basically,
So
I
he's
think,
helping them pull through.
teleport and fly away, something like that.
No, that's not how freedom of movement works. However, you do notice that the circle that was blocking out Dog's body and the adult were-ravens isn't stopping the kids leaving it. Like,
okay.
it seems to have the circle was stopping creatures getting in, not creatures getting out. So it was, designed as a lure, almost. You
One
get the
way.
sense that this thing
Right.
was built to lure
Oh.
the were-ravens and trap them. So they scrabble out and they look up, seeing these 2 terrifying scarecrows tearing into Dog's body, who is now also a werewolf. There is this moment where it looks like they may panic. I'm gonna roll some stats, roll some saves for these tiny children's.
I'm a lovable woofer, though.
You are. It looks like one of the boys like freezes in fear. But the older boy that you had spoken to, and even the little girl, are like, "Come, we must run!" And they're kind of tugging at their sleeve, and they begin running towards the mansion to try and get away. Dog's body. Unless there's anything you want to do else, Rianne and Maya.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Can I bonus
Crossbow.
action cast Zephyr Strike, please?
Yes, you absolutely can. What does Zephyr Strike do?
Nice. Once before the spell ends, you can give yourself advantage on 1 weapon attack roll on your turn. The attack deals an extra 1d8 of force damage on a hit. So that's
Nice.
next time I hit with a melee weapon.
Cool. Great. All right. Yeah, you kind of load that up on yourself as you're stood inside the pen. Cool. Dog's body.
Sweet.
Can I would like to bite my hand and activate my Crimson Rite ritual of lightning. So I take 3 points of damage. Do that. But I want to apply the blood that comes from my hand onto the blood spear, not my great axe. So I want the blood spear to be magical.
Crimson Rite.
And then I'm going to attack the scarecrow that I was attacking before.
You're
and
using the
I rolled a
blood spear. You're going to
16
switch You're going to switch to the blood
Yeah.
spear now. Okay.
Switching to
So
that.
as you grip
so-
the spear, what was the attack roll? And then I'll finish my bit.
16 plus 9, so 25.
That's going to hit. Roll damage. While you're doing that, as you grip this spear, you do hear, less of a hearing it, but you feel that familiar sensation. This kind of spirit. It seems to kind of instill you with this air of command and this air of kind of royalty as you bring, and also a hunger and a thirst as you stab into it. There is this kind of unpleasant sensation. This creature that you're fighting doesn't have blood, and the spear is not very pleased by that. It doesn't like that it cannot drink, it cannot feed as the spear plunges into its chest.
Would it react to my own blood coating it?
Oh, it loves that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, delicious.
Sweet. Great. I love that I end up with these weapons. I actually rolled really well on damage. I rolled 7 on my d8 plus 7 points of damage, so that's a 14 spear damage.
14 points of damage. So the same scarecrow you were attacking before,
piercing.
yeah?
Same I was
piercing, but
attacking
it's
before
magical
and
now.
magical, yeah.
Yeah, so this time the spear strikes through it like hot iron, just carves through it, and it's... You can see it writhing, it takes the full damage.
And then 5 points of lightning damage to it as well.
5 points of lightning damage. Oh. Yeah, this time the lightning
on my conjuring.
arcs through its body, all along its metal rake-like claws.
I have one more attack, so I will repeat. I rolled a 5 plus 9, so 14 to a hit.
Just hits, yep. Well, not just, but it hits.
6 on my spear, so 13 points of piercing damage, and 6 points of lightning damage.
You rolled 6 damage. I'm just making sure that you're not doubling up on
6.
bonuses here.
Yeah, 6 on the d8 plus 7.
Plus
'cause I've got the-
7?
the-
Oh,
the-
because you've got the werewolf thing, and it's a plus 1
Because I've got
weapon. Yeah.
werewolf power, yeah.
Yep. I was just making sure you weren't doubling up on the magic bonus and stuff. Yeah, so with that, even without the lightning, the spear breaks this scarecrow in half. It just kind of leaves it this splintered remains on the ground. The other one shows no sign of remorse or panic, but yeah, one of them is now broken at your feet. But the spear is unhappy. It definitely gets the sensation that it is unpleased.
Would the lightning damage? I don't, because I'm not like Ayla. I'm just wondering if the lightning damage would jump onto another
Doesn't
scarecrow,
arc. No,
or
not from
Okay,
the
it doesn't
Crimson
arc.
Right. It doesn't. No.
So it does say on the spear, when you hit with melee attack using this magic spear and reduce the target to 0 hit points, you gain 2d6 temporary hit points. It doesn't specify that it's a creature without blood. It doesn't.
It doesn't, but I'm gonna say that the nature of the spear's history and like the kind of story behind the spear, it has to be something that conceivably either has or had blood. This is a construct. There's nothing for the spear to feed off. Even if you struck like a vampire, I would still say you would get that benefit because there's still something to feed off. There is no essence to really feed off this thing. So I'm gonna say, unfortunately, against the scarecrows, you don't get that benefit. Same way, like if you struck a ghost, I'd be like, no, sorry. No special bloods for you. I know, but it's in keeping with the theme of the item.
Oh well.
Cool. Well, that's still 1 destroyed. Anything else, Dog's Body?
That is all my stuff. I'm done.
Okay. Irina will look over and see the kind of kids scrambling towards her, towards the mansion. She'll call out to try and find Adrian and Stefania, who have been sort of flying around, trying to kind of keep an eye on things. She kind of calls out like, "The children, they are free. Come and get them. Get out of here. Run, whilst we try and hold these things at bay." And then she will take her rapier and she will try to assist Rose and Ismark against the remaining one. That is a hit. And D8 plus 1, that's 8 points of damage to the one you've been fighting, half to 4. So Irina kind of sidesteps next to you, Rose, and like the three of you, Ismark and Irina, now all striking this one scarecrow. She pierces it and you can see a part of it breaks, still standing, but very badly injured. Tom Meyer. Don't forget you've got that bardic inspiration as well, Katie, as well, that she gave you.
As a spider, I have a climbing speed of 40 feet, so I just want to yeet myself over this wall and head to the nearest scarecrow, which I guess is the one on Rose?
It's on the one on Dog's Body. The one is the closest one to you. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
there's
in
one
that
on
case,
Dog's Body still.
I'll go over and bite into that scarecrow. which is 9 to hit. Watch out,
That is not
Scarecrow.
enough. No, the Scarecrow kind of nimbly leaps back as you lunge forward in this giant spider form. And it just kind of leaps backwards.
Well, shit and also piss. So I was nerd ruling a little bit earlier, and it says here that I retain the benefit of any features from my class, race, or any other source while I'm wild shape.
Okay.
So
In that case, yeah, you do keep the poisoner feat then.
Can I use a bonus action to apply poison to Dog's Body's weapon then?
So this is
As a
interesting.
part
Is
of
that
the poisoner
is that from the poisoner feat to apply
Yeah.
poison?
So I can apply
So
poison
the
for a bonus action rather than an action.
Right, but that is when you're in a human form and have like a vial of poison on you. You don't just make free poison with the poisoner feat. You have to have a vial of poison to do it with. As you are a spider, I'm assuming that you would like to try and like apply your natural venom.
Well, apply is one word, secrete is another. I'd like to secrete, please.
Because it says here you can apply poison to a weapon or piece of ammunition as a bonus action instead of an action. You still have to have poison on you.
Can I make a secrete roll?
No, I'm not going to say you roll for it. I'll say as a giant spider, you can do this, but there will be some limitations. Because how much damage does the spider's poison normally do?
The spider's poison does 2d6 of damage, same as a regular poison vial. So,
yeah,
same
okay,
thing, really.
we'll keep it at that then, yeah, because the poison, the damage is actually a little bit higher. But we'll keep it at 2d6. And what's the saving throw on it? What's the DC con save?
14. Oh,
Okay,
sorry,
yeah, we'll keep that.
2d8, so yeah, we'll call it 2d6.
Yeah, we'll call it 2d6. We'll keep it at the spot. So yeah, as a bonus action, you kind of secrete your kind of giant mandibles, pause for a second as like Dog's Body like pulls back the spear and just drip this kind of glistening goo onto the end of it.
Oh, you are welcome.
I like you.
Anything else, Maya?
Nope, I've missed an attack. I've juiced all over the place. I think I'm done.
Okay. You see
Cheers.
that skull-like object that had risen up from the tree is dangerously close. Where's my icons? Here we go.
It doesn't need to, though. What if it didn't?
Flying overhead, because, yeah, there's going to be some people go before. But, yeah, you see the skull quickly approaching. The tree in the very center moves and is heading towards you. Even through the mist, you can see these giant legs, like chicken's legs, have sprouted out from the tree. And a small shack has, like, ripped itself free from the tree itself. And the whole thing is now moving towards you. Jesper.
Upon seeing / hearing these things from within the den that I'm still in, I'm going to I can't fit through that hole, can I? That the kids escaped
I
from.
think the children just about squeeze through it. I'd say that unless you make it bigger, it's going to be difficult for you to get through.
I'm going to get out the same way I got in, which is climb over.
Up.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
athletics check.
Athletics. Okay, that's 19? 19.
Easily enough, yeah. So you can do the same thing. Do you want to jump down the last 10 feet, or do you want to kind of
I'll jump
safely
down.
climb down? All right, acrobatics check to see if you take any damage.
That's 25.
Easy. Yeah, you kind of leap down, land, superhero landing, no problem.
Yeah, seeing it now, this thing in the mist and that skull. Anyone around me, I will shout, "This is a fight we do not need to take on. We just need to leave. Let's run." And I'm going to start running away from it.
Yeah. To do so, you have a couple of directions. So right now, you are in the kind of ruins of this giant mansion and its gardens, right? Irina, Ismark, and Rose are all inside the ruined mansion itself. And that's like a big space. Like it's, like sort of like 90 feet through. You're going to have to move into there, then move out into the swamp, which is all difficult terrain, and then try and move your way through that. You could run south and into the mansion's gardens, and then there is a river bank just further beyond that. You could try and get to there and cross the river. Or you can run to the east, which is again a kind of like swamp mist-filled bog, which is difficult terrain, and then there is a much wider river to try and cross there as well. Which way do you want to try and run?
I think I'll call for everyone to head south towards the gardens, because that is literally the opposite direction of where this tree is coming from. I think cutting east and stuff like that, they'd be able to catch us, so... That's Jesper's thinking. He's going to light the Sunsword as like a beacon so that everyone else can follow it. I know they know where we are anyway, so it's all about outpacing them. So I'm just going to go. And can I also make a quick look at where the children are right now in respects to the were-ravens?
Yeah, so the children, I forgot to do those at the end of the very round. So the children kind of get outside the fence and they begin running towards the mansion. As Irina called out, they're kind of in this gap between where the pen was and the walls of the mansion. And as they're running across, the two adult rare ravens sweep down, they gather the kids up in their arms, and they have just enough movement to basically take off up into the air. They don't manage to really get away, but they've got them up, they're in their arms, and it looks like they're about to just try and fly away. Adrian will call out, like, "We will go in a different direction. See if we can split up. Whether she chases you or us. Good luck." And then they're going to basically try and fly off in a different direction to try and basically make it so that Baba Lysaga can't follow all of you at once. Yeah, like she's going to have to choose who she chases.
In which case,
you sprint off into the gardens, Jesper. Yes, and you're calling for everyone to follow you. Okay, when you start moving your way through, these are heavily overgrown, thick gardens with statues and stone benches. As you are making your way through, 4 giant poisonous snakes emerge out of the shrubs and the stones and kind of try to grab onto it. Listen, man, it's in the module. I can't. What you want from me?
They're like nope ropes. It's worse.
Oh no! Our greatest enemy. Sentient rope. No.
No. I think Jesper, seeing the children and the Adrian call out, this Sunsword being lit in the air is almost like he wants to attract the attention of Baba Lysaga to make sure they get away.
Oh, yeah. I'm totally factoring that in. That you are this bright... The sunlight, because sunlight's such a rare thing in Barovia, it is very obvious to everything around you. The mist burns away
as well. Yeah,
it burns it away. Like the fog hates the sunlight, and it just becomes this clear, bright daylight. I just have to add some stats for these snakes. Manual initiative thing.
1 AC, 1 HP. Poisons.
Just trying to make it easy for you, Mark.
Listen, he doesn't know that. This is the thing that's the thing. So yeah, these things will basically get a surprise round because you just rushed through. Like you had no way of knowing that they were hidden there without checking it.
Yeah.
And so they basically all make a bite attack against you, Jesper, as you run through. You're basically provoking opportunity attacks. So the first one is a 23.
That beats it.
So that's going to be 6 points of piercing damage. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Poison, perfect. This is how you do it, Tom.
You're not a rope.
You don't know that. 7.
Living rope. 7? Oh no, that's 10 points of poison damage. As the first one bites into your leg. The second one is only a 14 to hit.
Okay, that doesn't hit.
The next one is, oh my god, a 19 to hit. Can you make another con save for me, please? And take another 5 points of piercing damage.
19.
19, you take 5 points of poison damage from a successful save. 5. So 10 points of damage total.
All right.
And then the last one misses you as well. The last one kind of snaps behind you. But you see these 4 snakes, these kind of like they're large. You know, they're not like large the D&D size, but they're big snakes, and they come slithering out of the bushes, out of the behind under stone benches, and they have trained on you as a prey, and they are.
It's like everything has the same motive right now.
Yeah. Rose Venendi.
For God's sake. Do I see any of that happen to Jesper?
I think from your position, you definitely hear like Jesper crying out in like pain and stuff like that, or like surprise. You probably wouldn't see the snakes until you move out of where you currently are. So you're currently in like this ruined mansion interior. Once you move out into the gardens, which is probably going to take like a turn, then you'll be able to see the snakes. But yeah.
Okay, can I still got a scarecrow in front of me, so
Very badly injured scarecrow, but it is still there, yes.
I'll try and hit the scarecrow again before I go. 13 to hit.
13 hits, yeah. This thing is not super hard to hit.
And the second one will be 12 to hit.
That hits, both hits.
So 7 damage on the first one.
After 3.
7 damage
First
on the
blow
second
strikes
one.
him. With that second blow, even though it's been resistant to your steel, you manage to kind of plunge the short sword in multiple times, stabbing it again, and eventually it just breaks, this great crack forming down its central body, and it just splinters into pieces and straw around you. It is defeated.
Nice. I will move towards where Jesper has indicated that we move, but I guess I won't get too far.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know where I put you, so you're just.
You put the ghost token instead of me.
Nice, excellent, perfect, exactly what I want to do. There's too much shit. There's too much shit going on. Okay. Black and dark. Hang on. Here we go. So you move out, and yeah, Rose, unfortunately, you see Jesper, like, running. He's about 30 feet ahead of you as he's been running through these gardens, and about 30 feet behind him are these 4 snakes that have, like, slithered out, and sensing more prey, they kind of are just trying to decide which one they want to go for as you see these snakes all around him.
Cool.
Is that it? You done?
Yeah.
I mean, in your turn. I know you're done with the game overall. I understand that. That's fine.
No, I can't do anything else. I'm done. I've moved.
Right.
I've killed
Dog's
Scarecrow.
Body, Ismark, and Irina. 2 more of the scarecrows come out of the mist. They have to spend all their movement, so that's the end of their turn. But one of them, like, jumps up through the window that Rose has just vacated and is now stood next to Irina and Ismark. Dog's Body, another one, comes rushing up to replace the one you've just destroyed, just kind of comes screaming out of the mists. And then there are 2 more. I'm just going to reveal them on the map now. Right, 3 more.
Oh, 3 more, okay.
That was 7 in total. But they're still a fair ways out for the moment. Dog's Body, one is still able to attack you, though, so it will try and strike you twice. That's a 17 to hit.
I'm also in range of that in case that changes anything.
I don't think it would go for the spider just yet. This one is because this is the one that started fighting Dog's Body initially. It's like focused on Dog's Body. So 17 hits, yeah? Mm-hmm. 5 points of slashing damage, so half to 2. And can you make a wisdom saving throw, please? And then the second attack is also going to hit.
19, 20. Dirty 20.
Okay, yep, you succeed. The next one is another 5 points, half to 2, and another wisdom saving throw, as this thing is just ravaging you with claws.
10.
10 on the wisdom
10.
saving throw. So being surrounded by all these enemies, seeing this giant floating skull, the sound of this tree moving, Jesper, your allies all around you screaming, banging, you are frightened. Like, this thing has just caused enough wounds that this primal instinct of being surrounded and trapped sets in, and you are frightened until the end of its next turn. So you can't willingly move closer, and you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks whilst this thing is within your vision range. All right. That is it for the scarecrows. And then she arrives. Round 2, initiative 20. Through the mists, descending down, comes this giant skull that's just it's like grimaced into like a scream. And inside of it, hollowed out like a cauldron, like a chariot, is... And you would have expected her to be this wretched old woman. This, you know, the stories that you've heard about her and everything else, you expect her to be this wretched old woman. But instead you look up and it's like looking at an older female Strahd. Long, dark, black hair, like trailing behind her. These kind of ragged, tattered robes, but she has these like perfect cheekbones, this long, elegant features, these dark eyes, and she just looks down upon you with intense pleasure, like a hunter who has found their prize. Yes, yes, my son will be so pleased that I have found you. And she looks down and she will take in stock of everything that is going on. I thought to kill the ravens first, but I shall settle for all of you. And sensing the biggest cluster, which would be Spider, Maya inside the fence, and Dog's body, there will be the first thing she will cast is a fireball. And let's make this a 4th level fireball. So dex saves, please.
Fourth level.
Oh, I got a +5 on dex.
Oh, that's not
19.
bad. Spider boy.
13, 14, 15, 16,
Hey, Ree.
17, 18.
Look at your
Hi.
resistances.
19.
You are tieflings.
Resistant to Maya.
Right.
You both
What was the
nice.
totals?
19 for me.
19.
14.
19. Okay, the 2 19 succeed. Ree, is that not a 19?
That's a 14, but I am resistant to
Alright.
fire.
You are resistant to fire. So, Dog's body, you're going to take half. Rianne and Maya, you're going to take half. Tom, Maya, you're going to take a quarter of this damage because you saved and you're resistant.
Oh, baby.
Nice.
That's a very high roll for my first set of numbers, though. 17,
How much health does my spider have? Neat.
19,
Okay.
27, 30. 31, so 15 to those of you taking half, and 7 points of fire damage to the regular Maya.
God, I'm still a spider.
As the fireball erupts, the scarecrow, by the way, next to you, Dog's body, is incinerated. She incinerates it.
Hey, thanks.
In fact, actually,
It's-
no, they
it's
would,
right.
because I'll make saving throws for them, because they might survive it. Nope, that one doesn't. That one doesn't. They're both incinerated, because they take double damage. So from fire.
Sweet.
No more fright.
No more frightened. But Baba Lasaga does not seem to be at all concerned with her puppets. As this fireball erupts around you, she just kind of smiles. It's just like, I'll kill some of you, but yes, the Vistani boy and the woman, I'll take you back to my son. He'll reward me.
Wait, son? Who is the son?
Mama Lasaga.
Mama the Saga.
Yeah,
What
that's
is
what she
Three
does.
guesses.
Rianne and Maya.
What is
Hello.
Mark done?
Okie dokie. Okie diddly dokie. Crikey. Well, things have certainly changed. So I'm gonna use my little fly nimbus cloud and hop up over the fence.
Mhm.
And then using my Zephyr strike, I get an extra 30 feet of movement. this turn.
Okay. As a point, Barbara Saga is in her giant skull, flying about 40 feet above you all. She's in the air.
Yeah.
Is it a skull or is it like made out of
It's a
tree?
giant skull. No, it's a giant, like, it looks like some sort of deformed cyclopean creature. It's like a cyclops' skull, and she's hollowed it out and is riding in it like a chariot.
The eye socket. Ugh.
No, she's like in the top of it. Like she's
Style.
hollowed out the roof of the skull like a chariot. So you've got like this skull art, like this open eye socket and jaw at the front, and then she's in the top of it, like cackling.
Like Bowser.
Yeah, there's a little bit of like Bowser's little copter. There is an element of
that's
baby Bowser or
adorable.
Bowser.
Don't make me picture that instead.
Life goals.
Super Mario World
Life
Bowser
goals.
in his little copter cart.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
Wow.
What are you doing, Ree?
I will go over. I shuffle over to where the Sunsword is. Follow the Sunsword. So can I get to Jesper in that movement?
You can. You would be walking past. I mean, the snakes haven't gone yet, so they don't have another opportunity attack. So you could
My movement
run
doesn't
through the
promote
snakes.
opportunity attacks for this turn.
Oh, because of Zephyr Strike. Okay. Yeah, you could easily just weave your way through these snakes and get close to Jesper with that extra 30 feet of movement. Yeah, for sure.
Yes, please. I'd like to do that then, please. And then, can I cast Bark Skin on Jesper?
You can certainly try, for sure.
You do that on other people?
Okie
I don't know if you can cast it on other people.
Cool.
It says you touch a willing creature.
I think you can, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Bam. So you touch Jesper. What does the spell effect do?
So the target's skin has a rough texture. Target AC can't be less than 16, regardless of what kind of armor it's wearing.
Okay. What's your AC normally, Jesper?
17.
Okay, so it means that if anything would lower your AC, it can't go below 16, but underneath like your leathers, your skin takes on this bark wooden texture. All these bugs seem to like crawl
You okay
over
there,
you
Tom?
and just
You good?
I think
What's up,
Jesper
bud?
would instinctively react to like, no, I'm not ready to be part of you.
Protect the sword. Protect the sunlight.
God.
anything else on your turn, the Maya?
I'm good, thank you.
Creep out Jesper more.
It's freaking out Jesper.
Jeez.
Dog's body.
What is? I'm losing track of how many scarecrows are trying to murder me. Do I still have one?
Well, right
next-
now, none, because they were incinerated by fire.
None.
But you can see that there are more
Okay.
coming in this direction.
Yeah. Are there any? Did the one like near Irina and Ismark, did that get incinerated as well?
No, that did not.
No. Okay. So they're still at risk.
Yeah, and they're inside the mansion.
Okay.
Like that, they're fighting that thing inside the actual mansion itself. Yeah, Irina is in danger.
Yeah. And the ravens have flown off, like all the children and the.
They're about to. Yeah, at the end of this round, they will basically fly off with their kids. But Barbara Saga does not seem
Well-
interested in them anymore. She's got a greater prize to chase.
I want to run. I desperately want to run because I quite like Dog's body, and I'd like him to even survive just in the woods somewhere, just eating bugs. But given that he's got this little ring on his finger, he is going to saunter casually over to Irina. Can he get to Irina and Ismark?
Yep, you can get to Irina and Ismark. Yep, it's about 30 feet away. Yep.
And I will attack this scarecrow that is giving them some problems. So that is a 10 plus 9, so 19 to hit.
That hits.
I rolled a 7, so 14 piercing damage, 2 lightning damage, and then poison? What are we doing
Poison
with the
has
poison?
no effect on the scarecrows. They are immune
Yeah,
to poison.
didn't think so. Yeah, they're
The
constructs.
spider
Yeah.
venom splashes all over its body, and these wooden, made of straw constructs do not seem to be affected by the poison. But the lightning and the magic of the spear causes this grievous wound inside its chest, and it does stumble back for a second.
Second attack.
Tom's looking at me
is,
like he was giving Rhiannon shit for the bark skin thing, and all this time I'm like, I can't wait till that
I
poison
wasn't
play
giving a
comes
shit
into.
for the bark skin.
No,
I
you made a
wasn't giving
face.
for the bark skin.
You made a
It
face.
was, no, it was something that Rhiannon wouldn't have known, like that Jesper's AC was higher than the bark skin would give. I was just kind of like, oh, for fuck's sake. Because I was thinking
And
about
you
using
wouldn't
it as
have
well.
known that scarecrows are immune to poison, so it all plays out.
I mean, there was that little bit where Mark was like, yeah, you don't get 2d6 because this thing is a construct and isn't living, Kim. It's fine.
Anyway.
Doesn't matter anyway. We're going to die in the next round. I rolled a 12 plus 9 is
Hits.
that. I rolled a 5 plus 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Spear damage and 4 lightning damage. And then can I also just Ismark, Irina, get away, go, run.
Yep. You call out to them, and they definitely will try and do that. Irina. So Ismark will. He's going to try and do something because right now the scarecrow is still threatening him and Irina. If they try and run, it will get an opportunity attack. So Ismark will basically try and shoulder barge it away from Irina. He's going to try and make a shove action so that she can get away. Versus its strength. And he does. He kind of shoulder barges this thing into the wall of the ruined mansion. So you and Ismark are now between it and Irina. And he turns and he's like, Irina, go to Rose and Jesper. We can hold this thing off. And then Ismark is just like, I'm not leaving you here, dog's body. And he spins his flail around, and he's going to make one more attack. It's a miss, but he still tries. It smashes into the stone, the flail kind of knocking out loose wall stones and things like that. Irina will listen. She's not stupid. She understands what's going on. She will rush out into the gardens following Rose and Jesper. And seeing that Jesper is heavily poisoned, she will cast Healing Word on Jesper at 2nd level. But not for a lot of hit points, I'm afraid. That was awful. 2d4 plus, 4? That's 6 hit points, Jesper. Ho ho!
Wow.
2 ones.
I know why we keep Irina around.
But as a bonus action, she will also Bardic Inspiration. She just kind of lets out this operatic aria, which magically instills Jesper you with a Bardic Inspiration die, which is a d6.
All right, cool.
But that's it, and she's just behind Rose, so she's currently in the order of fleeing. Ismark and Dog's Body are inside the mansion with one of these scarecrows. Irina is then just about leaving the mansion. Rose is outside, just behind Jesper in the gardens. Jesper is in the gardens, surrounded by snakes. Giant spider is still outside the pen. And Maya Rhiannon is out in the gardens next to Jesper as well, just to give you a kind of rundown of where everybody is currently. Spider Maya.
So I was next to Dog's Body before Dog's Body ran away, so I don't think there's any scarecrows next to me.
There are not.
So I'm gonna try and flee. Once I telepathically hear the Maya say, protect the Sunsword, I want to head towards the Sunsword.
Sure.
So would I, with 40 feet of movement, get close to a snake, I guess?
No, you'll be able to get to next to just behind Rose with 40 feet. Other Maya had 60 feet of movement that turn.
In that case, I'll just hold an action to bite something that comes near.
Okay.
And I will put 2 legs in the air and sort of flick them like a little spider mating dance. Like, hey, attack this.
Sure. The 4 snakes that Jesper disturbed are going to focus on their prey, which is currently Jesper. They've already bitten him several times. They're going to unfortunately keep trying to do that. I need to get their stats up. Here they are. So Jesper, 18 to hit.
That hits.
That's 8 piercing damage and another con save for me, please. It was out of the 3 directions. This was the worst one to flee.
9.
That's 10 more poison damage, I'm afraid. That's 22 to hit. That's another 8 piercing damage and another con save, please. Yep.
Yes, we're down.
Now that's interesting. So the bite damage took you down, yes?
Yes, not the poison.
You still need to make a con save.
Nine.
You take an automatic death saving throw as you take poison damage from the bite.
Okay.
You see, like, this snake just bite onto Jesper's thigh. He goes pale white and just falls to the ground and is convulsing foam and spittle at the corner of his mouth.
I'm like a birch tree now.
Yeah. Sensing that this foe is dealt with, the other 2 snakes will turn to Rose, and they're going to go for Rose now. So you get a held action, Tom, as the spider.
Yeah. That was just a bite, so I will bite with my bite. When I bite, I do bite damage.
Wow.
Biting. 12 to hit.
12 to hit is not enough. The snake kind of whips itself to the side.
What is going on?
These ropes, damn it. These
All
danger
rope
noodles.
action.
Rose,
These
that's
nope
21
ropes.
to hit you, I'm afraid.
Yep.
7 piercing damage, and I need you to make a con save.
16 on the con save.
Okay, you take 5 poison damage because it's a successful save. And the second snake... I've rolled better with these snakes than I have with some of my bad guys in Erois. The second snake does miss, however. It's only a 10 to hit. So the second snake kind of leaps forward to try and bite you, and you manage to kind of jump back as it does so. Those of you, Dog's Body still in the mansion, you can see that giant walking cabin is slowly making its way towards you. It isn't going particularly fast, but it is coming. Kind of...
It's not at the top of my problems list, my priority list right now, Mark, if I'm honest.
No, I understand. Jesper, I need you to make a death saving throw for me, please, as it is your round.
It's alright. Nat 20. Is...
Oh my god.
It really is as well.
Oh my God!
It really is. It's a nat 20, baby.
Holy crap!
There's something. Your hand is still gripped around the hilt of the Sunsword, and you can feel yourself in unconsciousness, and it's almost a welcome peace, right? There was pain, so much pain, and then there's just blessed like nothing, and then you can just feel that warm kiss of sunlight on your skin. You know, when it's a sunny day, and you just feel that kind of warm tingle against your skin, and it spreads through your fingertips, and you can hear that voice of Madame Ava, "Not yet." And you kind of grip the sword and your eyes snap open. And you kind of sense, you can feel the snake still around you, but coming to consciousness. I believe that's at the start of your turn.
So that brings me to consciousness?
1 hit point. It's what you are on 1 hit point.
Alright. And the snakes seem to have moved on to...
2 of them are still next to you. 2 of them have moved on to Rose, because they didn't have a chance to move after they bit you.
Alright. I'm going to attack one of them, like, kind of swiping on the floor with my Sunsword.
Yeah, so
that
like,
I grip.
Yep. I would say you have advantage on this attack, because they think you are dead.
Oh, it's a nat 20. 29.
2 in a row! 2 in a row, baby!
What?
Yeah.
I love it.
I did some
Amazing.
coding, and now it's always nat 20.
It works. Right, well, I mean, you're going to hit the snake, so give me that sweet, sweet damage roll.
All right. So that is... I rolled a 1.
Nat 1 on the
7.
damage, though.
But it's doubled,
What's
right?
the max damage? Yeah, we do the crit rule, so it's max damage
It's
on
a
the die,
D8
and then
plus 6, so 14.
14 plus whatever you just rolled.
7.
So 21 points
21,
damage.
yeah.
You chop one of the snakes in half. You just... And it just splits. Like, you cut the nope rope firmly in twain, and it dies immediately.
Danger
I will
noodles.
use my half... Actually, no. I would get my secondary attack
do.
straight after.
The snake
So,
is aware of you now. This snake is now aware of you, so no advantage.
This is my offhand attack of the.
No,
first
this is your
attack.
second attack with the Sunsword. You get 2 attacks with the Sunsword and then a bonus action with your dagger. Because you have extra attack, right?
Well, that's the dagger for after.
Okay, yeah. We'll keep that roll, but we'll do
15
the second
for the
Sunsword.
Sunsword. Is that right?
That hits. Yep. The second you kind of
Okay.
lean over, you roll one way, strike that one, lean over the other way, and strike the next one next to you.
14 with the Sunsword.
You chop that one in half. It just cleaves through it, kind of sending this radiant mist up into the air.
Right, and I stand up for half my movement at this point.
So you're 20 feet
what
back.
Is Spider Druidy Boy being attacked by another snake? Is that right?
Rose is being attacked by
Rose
2
is being
snakes,
attacked.
but they're
In
30
which
feet
case-
away from you.
I will use 20 feet of movement to get as close as I can and prepare myself to do more.
Okay, you could throw your dagger if you wanted to. But
Yeah,
then
I'll
you'd
throw my
obviously
dagger.
use the dagger.
Screw it. I'll
Okay.
throw the dagger.
So keep that 17, so you hit.
All right, sweet. And that is 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay, it doesn't quite kill the snake, but it kind of thuds into its tail and, almost pins it to the ground for a moment, and you can see the snake writhe in pain.
Okay, cool. That's me.
All right, Rose, you're up.
Is there a way that I can skirt the snake and get next to Jesper? Or no?
Well, the 2 of them are on
Without-
you right now. No, so the 2
So I
of them are
can't
next
skirt.
to you. They're attacking
Okay,
you.
well, I'll hit the one that Jesper
just-
got pinned
Yep.
with the dagger. I'll hit it with my sword. Can I transfer my Slayer's Prey onto it?
Yes, I believe you can do that.
And that is 14 plus 9. Wait, no, 14
That
plus
hits.
7, sorry. And
that
to
hits.
hit. 7 damage on the first strike.
With that, you pierce it through the top of its head, bringing the short sword down. You just finish it off. Whatever pain and injury it sustained from the dagger throw, you finish it off.
Can I move my prey onto the other one?
You can, as long as that's a free action to do.
I think it automatically moves if something's dead.
Sure, check it in between your next turn. So just
Oh no, wait, it's a
look at it.
bonus action. So
Okay, so
wait,
you've done it
the
once.
First time each turn, the benefit. It just says the benefit lasts until you finish a short or long rest, or if you designate a different creature. So
But it
the
says
bonus
it's a
action
bonus.
was spent
Oh,
at
okay.
the very start.
Oh,
to
okay. In that case, yeah, I think
activate
it sounds like it's a free action to just move it.
I think yeah.
Okay.
So the next one is 15 plus 7 to hit.
That hits,
So
Not very hard to hit. unless you're a spider.
8 damage with the sword, and then 6 with Slayer's Prey.
So 14 damage total.
Mm-hmm.
You skin it, like you split it in half. You just kind of like drive the short sword down, and then whoosh, like with a flick of the wrist, it just whoosh, cuts the snake in half, leaving it like a dissected corpse on the ground. All the snakes are dead.
Okay, and I will
Right.
use my movement just to go and, I guess, stand next to Jesper for
Next to
now.
Jesper. You move up
Yeah.
next to Jesper. Sure. Okay. Yep. Easily done. You move ahead. Anything else? I think that's pretty much everything you can do, right?
Yes, I have done everything.
2, 3, 4. Scarecrows still running in from the mist. They're basically just spending all their turn to run full pelt as quickly as they can. The one inside the mansion will make... or no, it would probably use its fear gaze now. Yeah, Ismark and Dog's Body, I need you to make wisdom saving throws, please. Ismark fails.
Oh no.
13.
Oh, boy.
13. You succeed, Dog's Body, but you see Ismark, like, he glances back to his sister, and then when he turns, this burlap-stitched mask is right in his face, and you just see because he's got one of his eyes covered up, Ismark goes white with fear, and his body freezes in place. He's paralyzed.
Cool.
The other scarecrows spend all their movement. Babala Saga's go. She flies overhead at a rapid speed, and will look down at everybody. Perhaps she kind of looks in Jesper's direction. That sword cannot be allowed to exist. No.
Oh,
I feel it's
He's
so
gonna kill
bad,
him.
but I'm just like, he's alive and he's got the sun sword, and this is like the worst fucking thing. But I think
I've
this
got
is
my
what she
legs
would do.
there. Doing the attack me thing.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, Jesper. She raises a single finger, and a beam of black light streaks out towards you.
Oh fuck!
You're holding the sun sword. Like, she knows what this means against Strahd.
13.
Okay. I don't even really want to roll the damage because it doesn't matter. I'm gonna roll it just because I want to see. And chat will freak
I've got 1
out.
HP, Mark.
I know.
Well, I guess we
Just want to know how dead you are, though.
Oh right, yeah.
No,
I
it
need
doesn't
to-
matter. 14.
45 is my max.
Wait, isn't this the one that when you get to 0 with it, it just insta kills you, regardless? Yeah.
Fingery, isn't it?
I mean, it was going to be 59 necrotic damage. However,
Oh, so
when
even
this,
then-
if humanoid is killed by this spell, this is Finger of Death, it rises as a zombie immediately, basically. So you watch as this black beam strikes Jesper in the chest, and Jesper, everything just goes black. You just feel everything go black. You feel your body almost kind of distend from you as you see this scene unfold, as your spirit joins the mists of Barovia. You feel your very essence being pulled into the mists. You see dozens of other Vistani almost waiting for you in open arms. And there's a sense of relief as you're kind of welcomed in by family. And they know what's happened to you. There is a sense of grief and remorse. But as you're kind of enveloped, you watch as your own body clutching the sun sword stands up and begins making its way towards the others bearing the sun sword.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's
Because
Who says a zombie?
he's actually
Who says a
celebrating
zombie's
it. And
evil?
it's awful. And it's evil. It's under Baba Saga's control. It specifically states in the spell.
You've
it's
met the
it's
Maya,
permanently
right?
under her control.
Not
You've
all
met the
zombies
Maya.
are evil.
Maya's
all
not
zombies.
under Baba Saga's control.
I
love the
I
fact-
basically want to end up with a party of monsters.
I know you do. I know you do.
I'm
love
out,
it.
I'm done.
In
I'm
a
so
story way, this is amazing because if Jesper can kill the party,
Yes.
I'll be happy as a player.
Jesper.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much Baba Saga's
Oh,
go. So
shit.
Rhiannon, Maya, you see Jesper go down. You see his body just turn pale and white, and then a few moments later, his eyes pure black. He just kind of like gets up and starts lurching towards you and Rose.
Would Maya know what a zombie is? Would they have any understanding of what's just happened?
I think considering you're so connected and your whole thing is you guys don't like undead because it's not part of
Yeah.
the Maya, that is not a natural body. That is not a body that the Maya can consume or that the Maya is going to be returned to the land. That is an unnatural thing that is coming towards you.
Okay, interesting. Okay. So, upon seeing that, I think Maya would see it as like Jesper defying them in a way, like it's not natural, you know, like he's you know, he's defied the natural order of things.
Mm-hmm.
So and he wields the sun sword.
He's got the sun
Does.
swordry.
He's got the sun sword.
You want the sun swordry.
Wouldn't that be really tasty for the Maya?
I'm gonna cast darkness around us.
Okay.
So in like a 15-foot sphere surrounding, like starting at
You
me
and
and
Rose.
Jesper, and then and Rose, and then yeah.
Yeah, so just to give a positioning, you and Rose are stood next to each other. Jesper's about 10 feet away from you, and then the others are all actually
I'm
no, and
standing
then
next
Spider
to
Guy is
Jesper.
with you. Yeah. So
I'm
no.
standing right
oh
next
yeah,
to
you
Jesper.
moved up to him, didn't you? You moved up next to him. God.
I'm
okay.
right next to Jesper.
So Rose and Jesper are next to each other. You're sort of like 10 feet away from them, and then Spider Boy is 30 feet from them as well, so about 20 feet behind you. So if you move up to Rose and Jesper, you can cast darkness around all three of you. You could, if you move 10 feet up to them, you could surround yourself with that darkness.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. All right. So you move up. Okay. So you move up next to them and you conjure this darkness. Now, there's one thing I need to check on darkness. And can you read it? The Sunsword Trot. It's does it say anything
Have a
about
look,
dispelling
see.
magical darkness?
Oh, this is all lore.
All right, hang on. I'll see if I can get it. Because I think it's a Sunblade. I think it's based on. Come on,
Yeah.
Windows. Stop messing with me here. Sunblade, isn't it? I think it's based on.
Yeah. It just tells me
Sword's
about
luminous
its
braid emits bright light in a
stuff.
15-foot radius and dim light. The light is sunlight. Okay, all right. So it doesn't say it specifically counters darkness. Okay, so what we see is the mire. This swarm of insects just spreads out from the mire and almost creating like a dome of buzzing black-shelled beetles and flies. It tries to blot out the very light around it and creates this fear of darkness around it. Rose, you are blinded. You immediately cannot see anything. You just see the mire move up to you, and then there is just darkness. Even the light of the sun sword cannot be seen. It's just completely gone. That's your action, Ree. Is there anything else you would like to do?
That's my turn. All done. Thank you.
Okay. Dog's body.
Okay. I'm not entirely sure how I would action this, but can I, seeing Ismark go rigid, I guess.
Yep.
Can I grab him and try and start running away with him? Like if I kind of
You
try and
can.
sling him over my shoulder.
You'll provoke an opportunity attack, and I'd probably say it's harder to defend yourself, so I'll give him advantage on the opportunity attack, but it would just be the one opportunity attack.
Okay. And would this be an action? Because I'm just wondering if I can get a cheeky little healing hands in there on myself.
I'm going to say to grab a fully grown man and carry him and move out, probably going to be closer to an action here. I'm not going to make you roll for it, because you're strong enough, but, like, I don't think you're going to have time to, like, conjure the magic to heal yourself and grab Ismark and pull him away and make a run for it.
Yeah.
But once you've moved away,
I do
next
have, like,
turn...
Yeah. I don't know
Go
if
on.
it helps, but I have, like, feral strength and feral might and...
yeah, I'm not going to make you roll. Like, I'm not going to make you do an athletics check to carry him, because Ismark's, like, got his armor, his gear. Like, you're probably carrying close to, like, 200 and something pounds, like 300 pounds or something. But rather than make you roll for it, I'm just going to say it's your full action to grab him, turn your back to the scarecrow, and just run for it and let this thing kind of try and rake you across the back.
I'll do that then.
Okay, it does hit, but you are resistant to slashing in your current form. That's 7 half to 3. You take 3 points of slashing damage as you grab his mark and kind of thing. Now, I'd probably say that even with all your strength, carrying him for a long time is going to quickly be tiring. Like, if you try and dash, the more you try and dash, if you just move 30 feet, no problem. If you try and dash with him too many times, it's probably going to be like Constitution saving throws. But yeah, you can move your full movement.
Yeah, I can move 40 feet, being a werewolf. But yeah, while I'm grabbing him, I'll just be like kind of shouting at him like, "Come on, wake up, buddy, wake up! Come on, let's go!"
Sure, and then you basically want to
just try and
dash
soothe
outside
him.
as well.
Yeah, so as far as my movement take,
Sure.
although I guess I need to be near Irina, don't I? So can I still be
You
near
could stop
Irina?
next to Irina. Yeah, you could like stop next to Irene. She's 30 feet away from the scarecrow, so.
Pretty lady, a heel might be nice. I can feel the voices calling.
She looks around and you can see her just staring at what's happened. And you've not seen what happened to Jesper yet, Dog's body.
Yeah.
She's just staring into this sphere of darkness. And then as you kind of get next to her and you're calling out like, pretty lady, I need him. She like blinks. And then she turns and she's like, yes, you need to be healed. She's going to use a 2nd level healing word for 8 hit points.
Yay!
Dog's body.
All right, just got to keep away from that blood frenzy.
You need to make sure that you look after Rose and his mark. And after she heals you as a bonus action, she is going to start moving outside the mansion in the direction of Babala Saga.
Wait, what?
The Maya.
Arena.
Maya.
Spider Maya.
So we're on the same page, Maya. When you say this new Jesper is unnatural, we talking like bad guy unnatural, or like, kill on sight kind of bad? Just want to be on the same page, Maya.
Yeah, he's defied the natural course of things, Spider Maya. He came back from the dead. He's now depriving us of food, the Maya.
Got you, Fly Maya. Got you, Fly Maya. In that case, I will run. I will run into the darkness, and as a spider, I have blind vision or blind sight for 10 feet, and I will chow down on Jesper.
Okay. So you don't suffer the penalties of being blind. You can make an attack roll as normal.
Nice. Oh, for the love of fuck. 5.
Like an unnaturally strong, like he does seem to retain some of that kind of grace, and he kind of dodges to the side as this giant spider more kind of bites beside him.
All right. Yeah, and that's me. I haven't hit
done?
once with this goddamn spider.
Maybe don't be a spider. Zombie Jesper, Trot, I would like you to roll a d20 for me, please.
Hell yeah, Will. This is 19.
Okay. Now, who's the most likely target? Well, it's under Babala Saga's command. She knows that Rose is there. It's probably going to be against Rose. Would a 19 hit, Rose?
Yeah. Of course it
What
will.
damage does this? What damage do you normally do with the Sunsword, Trot? What's your damage?
1d8 plus 6.
Wait, isn't everyone in darkness right now, though? Oh, wait, advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is.
Sorry.
Yeah, zombie is. What's your strength score, Jesper? What's your normal attack? Is it like use Dex for the Sunsword, don't you?
Yes.
So what's your Dex score?
9. Plus 9 is the attack. It's 19. It's my dex.
When you have zombie stats next.
So, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So the Sunsword is... right, sorry, hang on. I've got to figure this out because he's using the Sunsword, but he has a zombie stats.
Well, zombie dex is 6, minus 2.
Oh, but he can use strength as well. I've got the zombie stats up here, Tom.
Plus 1.
Don't you be worrying about me, my boy. Don't you be worrying.
I've just loaded up zombies for my own benefit.
Yeah, no, he's using strength as a zombie, which is 13, which is plus 1. So your proficiency bonus, I guess you would still use the basic attack of this, but the Sunsword, does it have like any inherent bonuses? Like magic bonuses?
Is it not plus 1?
Does. That's what I was trying to see. So your proficiency bonus is plus 3, and then you're adding plus 4. It looks like it's a plus 2 weapon, actually. So that's going to be 19 plus 5 is 24. So that's going to hit Rose. And then it's the weapon is a D8 plus 3. So D8 plus 3, please, Trot.
All right. That's 5.
So 5 points of radiant damage, Rose, as you feel this kind of burning light kind of rake across you as the undead Jesper strikes at you from inside the darkness. But it is now your
kill me
turn.
already!
It's your turn, and you are currently in a big, just bugs and dark and wow, what's going on?
I was standing right next to Jesper, so can I make an attempt to, knowing that he's a zombie now, can I make an attempt to hit him?
Yeah. You
Because
still have
in
disadvantage.
Rose's mind, but in Rose's mind, she's thinking of when Shadow got turned into a vampire and said, "Kill me, don't let me be this," and she's going to do the same for Jesper.
Sure. Yeah, no, you can absolutely. You still have disadvantage because you are technically blind.
Yeah.
But you know exactly where he is, so if you hit, you'll definitely hit. But it is a disadvantage.
11, 12, 18.
18 hits. Yep.
Oh, is it now zombie stat AC?
It is zombie stat. Yeah.
Okay.
8 damage. Can I move over
points.
my Slayer's Prey?
Do you have to be able to see the creature to move over your Slayer's Prey? Is the question.
Says if you designate it to a different creature, it doesn't say anything about.
In that case, you-
Well, it's when you start, it's a creature you can see. But I don't know if I know about it.
I would
I'm
say
not sure.
that like switching it over probably. I'd say yes, you can do it for now. Yeah. Just do the Slayer's Prey.
3 damage.
So, and then how much damage from the first attack? Sorry.
8.
8 plus 3, so 11 points. Sorry, there's a lot going on. I'm just trying to keep a track of it all. So you definitely feel your short sword like impact into something. You feel like flesh kind of.
Can I hit again?
Yep, disadvantage.
I'm probably not going to hit this time. 15.
You still hit. It's a zombie. He's not moving very quick.
6 damage. 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, 10 damage. I rolled.
You
a
don't
6
get
on my
Slayer's
dice.
Prey a second time.
No, I rolled a 6 on my dice plus 4.
No, okay, yep, so 10 points of damage. So yeah, you hear like something, again, you impact against something, whatever you're striking, you're definitely doing damage to it. I'm not sure whether it's dead or not. Anything else?
And she'll
try and move?
probably...
Get out of the darkness.
I think she'll probably say to the mire, "Drop this. We need to get the weapon." That's it.
Okay. Scarecrows, they begin making their way in. The one that's already inside will chase after Dog's Body and Ismark. Kind of chasing after you, Dog's Body, and it will make 2 attacks against you. That is going to be a 16 to hit.
Yeah, it's
16 hits. Damn. 3, 4
my
4 points of
AC.
slashing damage, half to 2. Natural 20, but you are resistant, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be fine. 14 damage, half to 7 slashing damage. It rakes down your back as you're carrying Ismark, desperately trying to get him free, pulling him along beside you, but this thing is just jumping on your back, trying to bring you to the ground as it does so. The other scarecrows will just move
and
in.
a howl.
Okay. Babala Saga on her turn. So who's outside the dome currently? So Irina's just in front of her, but inside the darkness, it's both Myers, Rose, and Jesper, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Dog's Body and Ismark are outside. She's not too worried about you two just yet.
That's good.
She will dispel the darkness. Because she doesn't know what you're planning. In fact, actually, no, Rose called out to drop the darkness. No, she does this instead. You feel, those of you who are in the dark sphere, the ground around you seems to become soft and earthen, and you begin to feel things rising up out of it as she chants this kind of like this kind of ancient deep speech. And yeah, you feel things beginning to kind of rise out of the darkness. The area around you in a 40-foot sphere, so kind of a 20-foot sphere around you, is now difficult terrain. If you start your turn there, something will happen to you.
I know.
So that's what
I
she will
know.
do. You know. The Maya,
I know.
you start your turn there. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know.
That's a 3, so 8 total.
8 total. You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage as some dark shape crashes against you and wraps around your legs. You are now restrained.
Oh. Okie dokie.
But it is your turn.
Okie
You are restrained, but yeah. You can try and use your action to break free if you wish, or you can make attacks. Restrained means you have disadvantage on attack rolls whilst you are restrained, and attack rolls against you have advantage.
Oh man. Oh god. Just trying to see what I've got.
Oh yeah, and can you make a concentration
my
check for the
God.
darkness, actually? Thank you,
Oh,
chat.
yeah. There we go, it's gone.
The darkness fades. The darkness vanishes. So as the darkness, all these swarms of insects burst away, you see that the area around you is become this, like, the swamp has turned this inky black color, and there are all these writhing tentacles in this area around you. One of them has wrapped itself around one of the Mayas, as it is, around you.
The earth is trying to pull me back. No. I'm gonna try and break free.
Okay, yep, so it's your action, and you can use an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Nah, just no. It's a 3.
You just can't pull yourself free. And this is magic. This isn't the earth trying to reclaim you. This is some dark witch magic trying to crush you as you feel it down. But yeah, any bonus actions?
What have there? First level. I'll bonus action cast Hail of Thorns on myself.
Okay,
I'll do that.
sure. Dog's body.
Nice.
Did Ismark get any kind of saving throw to snap out of it?
He will this turn.
Okay, so he's still
Paralyzed by fear for
still
now.
messed up. And Irina has wandered off to go stand in front of the witch. Okay, cool.
She has. Yep.
Oh, I don't know what to do. And there's a bad thing behind me. There's lots of bad going on. What, in terms of the ring, how much would that influence Dogbody? Because Irina gave him a direct order, right? Like, go. Like,
You're not under mind control,
yourselves,
Dog's body.
right?
You just feel comfortable around
No.
her. You feel, loved
Yeah,
and safe
okay.
around her. So I leave it to
Think
you.
about how much it affected
Meanwhile-
Zeros.
Well, Zeros doesn't have a
I
heart.
cut her
so-
chest in half.
Whereas,
Yeah. Zeros doesn't have a heart. Exactly.
whereas Dog's body loves everyone. I think with Ismark's probably the more immediate problem, like still being a rigid little boy. So I think I will continue moving.
Okay, you can
Yeah,
get to
so
the
if I
edge of this
could-
inky dark shape, but if you go any further, you're going to be like moving into this, this pit of dark tentacles that is dominate the gardens.
Well, I
at the
can.
minute.
Yeah. I don't think Dog's body's dim enough to just drop Ismark
No,
in there.
that's what I'm
so-
saying. You would stop at like the edge of it, yeah. If you try and go round it, it will slow your movement, so you won't get as far if you try and go round the sides of it.
Is there another way I can run as well? Like, if I was to go, say,
You can go to the
for
side,
example,
but
like-
it's going to slow you down. You're not going to get much further because this is a 40-foot radius. So the distance to catch up to where the rest of the party were is like 20 feet. Then you're going to get like 20 feet around the side, basically. Now you can dash and keep trying to get around if you want to.
Yeah, so with my 40-foot of movement, I want to move and dash and just get Ismark to safety. Like, get him safe.
You get to the other side of the pit, this conjured black inky darkness. You get to the other side of it, which is basically the far end of the gardens. So you guys are basically like over here now. You kind of get to the other side of the gardens away from the rest of the group, with this great sort of gulf of inky darkness between you.
And would I see Jesper?
The darkness went down. You actually see Rose and the Myers all trying to kill Jesper, who's kind of staggering. It looks like he's like staggering around, not speaking, just kind of swinging his sword wildly.
What the fuck happened there?
Irina, because that's your action. Yeah, move, action, pretty much everything done.
Getting in safe.
Irina will call up to the witch. Lasaga, I am Tatiana. Take me to Strahd. Leave them alone. Take me to him. You know that he will reward you greatly for this. You see the witch's eyes kind of turn down. Oh, wretched thing, you stole my boy's heart. But he does greatly desire you. But she looks up. Give me the sword and come with me, and I shall leave these wretches to die in Barovia. Irina just turns round. This is the only way that you can survive. Give her the sword. I will go with her. Find a way to stop him. The Maya. Spider Maya.
How far away is this Barbara Saga lady?
She is about 60 feet, I would say. But it's like up. Like, you can't melee her. She's like 40 feet up in the air, but she's 60 feet away.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I don't want her to get the Sunsword.
Sure.
Maya, you agree with that?
I don't want to get her the Sunsword. No, don't give it to her.
All right. Well, what are you doing, Spider Maya? Hit me.
I'll
Hit me.
I'll let them do their thing. I think I'm more distracted by evil. You're not what you're meant to be, Jesper. So I will come out of spider form finally, for the love of God. And
is that a bonus action or is that a free action?
That is a bonus action to come out of wild shape. Then I'll use my wild shape again to cast symbiotic entity, which infuses me with 28 temporary HP, and makes me do more damage with my circle of spores, which I haven't been doing any of yet. And that is basically my full turn, but when Jesper starts his turn, I'm going to use a reaction to Halo of Spores him.
Okay. Well, it is Jesper's turn now. So how does the thing work?
Okay. So you make a con saving throw.
Is this poison damage?
It is necrotic damage.
Okay. In that case, can you roll a d20 for me, Chris Trott, and add 3?
$16.
Son of a bitch. You know what? I'm just not going to roll any attacks ever again. Yeah, it doesn't do
The Zeke
any
curse.
damage.
All right. Okay.
That's that.
Jesper, please attack Rose. So it's a d20 plus 5 is the total attack bonus.
Of course.
He loves it. He loves it. I've given him this
21.
power. 21. I'm assuming that hits Rose. In fact, the zombie Jesper would use the Sunsword two-handed, so a d10 plus 5, please. Brings it in like a two-handed strike, like Darth Vader.
11 points.
Carves into Rose. Rose Vanandi. Oh, in fact, actually, at the start of your turn, Evard's Black Tentacles. Can you make a dex save for me, please? Jesper.
Me?
Actually, no. Yeah, it would still affect you. Yeah, it's any creature in the area.
All right.
So.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Dex save.
Oh, I'll do the same.
15. Although my dex is
well,
ridiculous,
this is what's the
not a
roll?
zombie. I rolled a... What did I roll?
8.
What does that say? 8. All right, the math.
8 minus 2 is a fail. So you would take 8 points of damage. Can you roll a d20 and add 3 to it for me, please, Kristrop?
D20 plus 3?
Mm-hmm.
9.
Okay, so Rose, don't worry about that damage. Heal yourself 11 points of damage as the tentacles grip Jesper's zombified corpse and crush it until it collapses into a pile of guts and gore. And the Sunsword just clatters down. On your turn, maybe, you can try. Maya, you failed on that dex save as well, didn't you?
Yeah, so that would have ripped me out of my
11
spider
bludgeoning,
form.
and you're restrained. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and yeah,
so
you would have happened to the spider form. You dropped the spider form, so ignore pretty much all of that. Because the damage
yeah,
would have gone to
still
your
taking
spider
7
form.
damage.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it
Oh, the
goes
spider
through it as well.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes, Jesper.
It's some flavor, as Jesper's like guts are just spilled out everywhere, torn apart by tentacles. Can like a slow motion shot of the tarot cards just spill out into the muddy floor.
I think even better than that, they get caught on a breeze and they just
Whisk away.
get blown away,
Wait,
whisked
so
away.
did Jesper die? As in the zombie die?
Jesper's zombified body is ripped apart into pieces.
Ah, because if a beast or humanoid that is small or medium dies within 10 feet of me, I can reanimate it.
It's not a humanoid. It's undead.
Ah,
you can't.
I wanted to turn Jesper onto my side.
Nope. You can't, unfortunately.
It's
the spores
Nosper now, not Jesper.
Yeah.
No fair.
So the big thing that's going to affect whether you can grab the sword, Rose, is I need you to make a Dex saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh, 17 plus 7.
You succeed. I believe you don't
24.
even take half damage in that case. Yeah, you don't take any half damage. So you manage to just leap out of the way as one of these tentacles spurts out the ground trying to grab you. You manage to just about dodge it. What would you like to do on your turn?
Grabbed Sunsword, please.
You pick that up off the ground,
Is
snatch
there
it into your
anything
hands. I'll
else
say that's a bonus
left
action.
of Jesper?
There's his equipment, but the tarot Roka deck is blown away by the wind. But his dagger,
No
his
Tarot
satchel,
cards.
nope.
An intestine.
I'll pick up his dagger as
His
well.
head. Okay.
Ooh.
So yeah, I'd say
Ooh,
that
I
that's
could use
pretty
his
much like
eyes.
your turn is to grab that stuff.
Can I move out of
Like,
the
you can move, yeah.
tentacle ground, please?
You can, yes. You'd basically have to dart to the side, but you can get out of the tentacle gross ground, for sure. Just barely managing to cross the threshold. Oh, actually, what's your movement?
30 feet.
'Cause it's difficult terrain. Do you ignore difficult terrain? I can't remember if you ignore any difficult terrain. I don't think you do. So you're 5 feet
No,
because it
only
halves
in-
your movement. So you're like 5 feet out, like near the edge of this blackness, but you're like it's like trying to move through a swamp. It's like trying to slow you down like molasses as you get through it. I've also just realized the time, by the way. Do you want to just finish one
it's
more
pretty
round
late.
and then, yeah, should we finish one more round and see where we are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can go on
One
forever,
more
Mark.
episode.
I'm an ethereal force.
You are
You're in
indeed.
our hearts.
Dog's body. Your scarecrow friend comes chasing after you. It can't attack you, but it just spends
that
its whole
guy.
turn running after you, keeping behind you. The other scarecrows all begin to close in. It looks like one's going to try and maybe cut off Rose if she's moving to the side, but they're not quite there yet. They're still about 200 feet away, as they all basically make a rush for it. Yeah, but this scarecrow gets right next to you. So again, you're going to have to either disengage or do something to get away from it. And then it's Babala Saga's go.
There's Mark up too.
Oh, yeah. Okay, he does come out of it this turn. So the paralysis
thank God.
wears off, and he kind of like, what is happening? Irina, what are you doing? And he's like reaching out to her, and he's like, Dogsboy, get off of me. And he's like kind of like throwing himself off you, but he is out of it. And it'll be his turn, actually, coming up. But it's Baba Lysaga's go first. You heard your pretty little friend. Give me the sword. I will take her. I will spare your lives. It's not like you have much time left here in Barovia anyway. Still, I didn't promise I wouldn't hurt them until I have the sword. And she's gonna bring up her hand. Now, let's see. That is a concentration spell. What is not a concentration spell? That's not a concentration spell. That's not a concentration spell. You see another orange bead flicks up in her hand, and she's going to lob a fireball down to Maya's. No, because actually she won't do that because she's seen that you're resistant to it. She will instead launch a bolt of lightning to strike the. No, she'll use blight. 1, 2, 3. I'll roll a d6. Rhiannon, 1, 2. Tom,
she's
3,
taking too
4.
long
Rose,
with her
5,
turn.
6.
She's
Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please, Katie?
Kill me!
shit.
Kill me! Kill me! Shit!
Oh, that's
I
the
failed
spirit.
it. 5.
Oh God, no. 10,
Yeah.
11, 16, 19, 27, 28. 35 necrotic damage to you, Rose.
Oh, I'm
Venandi.
on 1 hit point.
And you feel just life being pulled out of you as you watch all of this happen, and she just cackles gleefully. Yes, yes. The Maya, at the start of your turn, you're already restrained, Rhiannon. You take that's going to be 12 points of bludgeoning damage at the start of your turn, and you are still restrained.
I need to get out. I imagine like this is probably the most animated I guess you'd seen the Maya so far. After like Jesper dropping the sword, and then Rose having it, and then knowing Baba Lysaga wants it, like almost like a rabid animal,
Scrabbling
like
to free.
trying it.
Yeah. I love it.
I'd like to try and escape as desperately as I can, please. I think I might. Yeah, 20.
Okay, you managed to. You are no longer restrained. That's your action. You still have your movement, but it is difficult terrain. So it's 20 feet to get out of this blackness that's around you. And you move at half speed.
Yeah. Can I use my fly nimbus, and can I try and hover out of it?
How far can you move on that? Is it like just your full movement?
It's a flying speed of 10 feet.
Okay, so as long as you stay aloft, you can. 10 feet is not going to be enough to get you out, but you can be out of the ground, basically. This thing still might be able to like grab you, but you can definitely start moving out of it as much as you can. 10 feet's not going to be quite enough.
How far would 30 feet get me? It wouldn't get me out, would it?
It'd be the same as Rose because it's halved because it's difficult terrain. You'd be 5 feet from the edge of this radius. Like you'd be like so close to the edge.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think I'll claw my way out then. But can I go towards Rose? Just like.
Yeah. So you and Rose are next to each other, like trying to pull yourself free, like just barely so close to the edge of this mire that she's created. Okay. Great. Dog's body.
It's a mire in the mire. How far away am I from Rose?
You went to the other side of this like darkness, so you would have been 20 feet from the center. So going around the outside would probably be about 30 feet around the side, and then she's 5 feet in. So
can I get to her in one?
You could, but you'd be
movement?
stepping inside the inky blackness.
Do I have to? Can I
You wanna
not
get
like
next
stay
to
on
her?
the outside and give her my spear to like?
She's 5 feet
blur
away.
out?
You could try, but there's no guarantee. There's not an automatic thing. Like you won't be touching her. You won't be next to her. You'd be 5. You'd be like just about 5-10 feet away.
Can I shout at Ismark and just kind of like try and restrain him, like slap him on the chest and be like, "She told us to go. You can't save her if you're dead. Come on, Ismark, help me. Get away. We can regroup. We can get her back. She's not coming with us."
Without this sword, we have nothing. We can't defeat the devil without it.
Then you go for that. I'm going for Rose. And then I'll go for Rose. And I will, do you know what? Fuck it. I will grab in to grab Rose. And as I touch her, can I cast healing hands, lay on hands, magic hands?
First thing you need to do is do a
7 hit
dexterity
point
saving.
hands.
First thing you need to do is a dexterity saving throw. As soon as you step into this black mire, the tentacles try and grab you.
12 plus 6. 18.
6 for your dex save.
Yeah.
Damn,
I've got +5
nice.
on my dex, and I've got +1 from Wolf.
You have +5 on dex? Oh, because is it one of your proficient saving throws?
Yeah.
Nice. In
Dexy
that,
boy.
so the total was, what was it? On the saving throw?
16?
16.
Yeah.
16.
yeah.
That's not enough.
'Cause I had a
DC
+1,
17.
Not enough!
Not enough. So that's 3, 6, 8. 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are restrained. Now, I'd say that because you are right next to Rose, you can still try and heal her. But you are, like, locked in place by these tentacles.
Oh, apparently it was 18.
It was 18. Chat is yelling it was 18, so you are
18.
not restrained.
Oh,
You don't take
18.
the damage.
Okay. 4. Okay, and then, can I grab a... I don't know how much of this I can do. Grab her, pull her out, heal.
So you 5 feet of movement in. You heal her, and then yes, you can basically just about get her onto the outskirts of this effect, this spell effect. Yes.
Okay. 7
That's
hit
the turn.
points, Katie. Enjoy that!
7 hit.
It's the RP. Just think of it as the RP. This big dog, big loving dog.
Thanks, buddy.
Hello. Hello, love.
Pulling free.
Let's get you out there, shall we?
Irina will point her rapier at her throat. You take me, leave the sword with them, or I kill myself here, and then you explain to Strahd what has occurred. And she just is holding the blade at her throat. Baba Lysaga looks. You wouldn't dare. She seems to be unnerved by that. Harm them again, I will kill myself. And then you can explain to your son what has happened. Spider-Maya, at the start of your turn, are you already restrained, Spider-Maya? Or did
I
you
am.
succeed? You
Yeah.
take
No, I'm restrained.
7 points of bludgeoning damage. You are restrained.
Oof. Owie. My bones. Can I want to cast, with the bonus action, I want to cast Grasping Vine towards, as far as I can go, towards, like, anyone that's inside the marsh, Maya TM. And I want to use it to pull people out of the marsh, including myself.
But you are in the marsh. So you would be
That's
pulling
what I mean.
them
I want
you.
to. No, I can cast it 30 feet away from me, and then anything within 20 feet of it. So I'll cast it 20 feet away from me, and then use it to pull me out of the marsh.
Right, interesting. Okay. Was it called Grasping Vine?
Grasping Vine. Concentration up to a minute. Bonus action to cast. Conjure a vine that sprouts from the ground in an unoccupied space of my choice. And when I cast it, I can direct the vine to lash out at a creature within 30
20
feet of
feet?
it, and it pulls at 20 feet.
Cool. And you can just voluntarily fail the saving throw. So yeah, you could pull yourself free.
Yeah.
Yep. So you want to do that to yourself first?
I think I'm the furthest in this marsh, right?
Yeah, you were all kind of in
with
the
everyone
middle.
sort of crawling
She centered it on you guys, so you guys are all in the middle. It's 20 feet from the middle to the edge.
Unless in using this, would this pull Rose out of the marsh?
Rose is already out the marsh.
I've already got her out.
Dog's body pulled
Okay,
her out.
fine. Okay, then I'll do it to myself. Yeah, I'll do it to myself then.
Yeah, so you conjure this vine.
and
Yeah, you're
it
the
sprouts
deepest
out from the
in.
ground. It grabs around you and pulls you out, basically, freeing you. And I'd say, yeah, like, the only thing is you're being held by her spell. This thing's trying to pull you out. You're voluntarily failing the saving throw against this thing, but you're still restrained. Roll a d20 and add your spell casting mod. So add your wisdom modifier. See whose spell is stronger.
Does it matter that mine's 4th level and hers is probably like 10th level?
No, I'm not going to say for this. I'll say you're just trying to beat her spell DC.
20.
You then the vine, you manage to break hold of the black tentacles around you, and you pull yourself free. And you
Hey, what up,
emerge onto the
Balasaga?
banks.
Got my own rope.
You got your own note rope. Perfect. Anything else?
I'll use. Is there a skeleton within 120 feet that I can see? Not skeleton, a
Skeleton.
scarecrow.
Yeah, there is actually.
Sure, I'll just chill touch it. 18 to hit.
Well, wasn't it your action to grasping vine? Oh no, it's a bonus action. Nice.
Bonus action, yeah. Pretty nice.
Yeah. 18 hits. Hits Scarecrow.
5 damage. Necrotic damage.
That is enough.
5 necrotic
That is
damage.
enough to kill it. The one that was chasing after Dog's body, the chill touch just breaks whatever magic's holding it apart, and it splinters and falls down to the ground.
Man, I love that 120 foot range chill touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And with that, I think that because we have gone on a half an hour, we'll have to end it here. With a very tense standoff.
Yeah.
Irina kind of threatening herself, Barbara Saga kind of thinking over what she's going to do. I'm imagining Rose is on, 8 hit points? Dog's body, how many you got left?
Yeah.
35.
Ask me.
Yeah,
35.
I was just gonna. I just realized at the end. I can't remember if that scarecrow that Myra just killed, if it did its attack of opportunity on me, because obviously I ran off to go and help Rose.
It didn't, but it's done now. Episode's over. So
You know what?
Okay. Sorry,
Mark already
Dead
said
now.
it's the end of the episode, so
yeah, I'm happy for it. So just not worry about that. There was a lot of stuff going
Sorry.
on. Things are going to get missed.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. So it's fine. Yeah, Myers, what hit points you guys on?
I'm
10.
above max at the moment.
You're on
I'm
10?
oh, you're on 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ree, I've got a question for you.
Hello.
You wanna deal some damage to Babala Saga?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, man. You know,
You do
that
you,
means-
Lee.
I was
Don't you
wondering.
listen to Tom.
I'm
You're your
doing
own
me.
I'm
Maya.
just saying, yeah. No, she's not her own Maya. That's not how this works.
You're your own Maya, girl. Don't you listen to the
Sunsword.
man Maya. Yeah,
Sunsword
Sunsword.
is my priority.
Yeah.
Sunsword's my priority.
Well,
That's why I was gonna grab your Rose
was-
with the vine.
That started off, I was like, okay, maybe they'll be all right. And then it got bad, and then it got worse, and then it got okay again, and then it got worse, and now it's kind of okay again. And we'll see what's going to happen.
Honestly,
See?
after recent events, I think it's better than it's ever been. Just kidding. I love Jesper.
Things are better than ever.
I don't think anything bad
that was
happened.
it was one of those ones where, like, Jesper holding the sunsword up, like, look at me, I've got the sunsword that she knows is, like, something that Strahd hates, and you running away, I was like, she would absolutely fucking do this to, like, just kill you and just...
Well, yeah.
So, it was too good
So,
a
hey,
moment.
Trot. Want a Maya? Want a Maya? Want a Maya?
I would
won't
like to
allow
not
Maya.
have a third Maya. I would prefer not to have a third Maya. I think that
Join
takes
the
away
wriggling
from...
mass.
I think it takes
Walking
away from
Dead.
the cool thing that Tom and Ree have done. I think that Trot knows
Oh,
the
that's
module well, and he can
shoehorn.
come up with a cool
I
character.
don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh, monster
I think
brain.
Kid wanna wriggle.
more people playing the Maya only adds to it.
No, no.
cannot get
I'm going to
worse.
say no. I'm going to put a firm no on that. Cool. All right. Well, that's it. Thanks very much. I kind of want to read donations, but I also think it's late and maybe we should not. But just do like a general
We
sort of,
should
like, thank you, everyone.
probably.
Look,
We
I'll
should.
Okay.
How
speed
about
run it.
if people?
I'll speed run it.
Speedrun it.
Yeah.
All right.
Speedrun.
Zazo96 donated with high rollers. First time watching live since I got Vodo Gobbo syndrome. Anyway, I've been sick for the last 4 years and I've had a hard time keeping happy and hopeful, especially since the pandemic. But your characters and personalities help a lot. So thanks. I'm very happy to hear this is helping in some ways, Zazo. Thank you very much for the donation. The actual Strahd vampire with a quarter hunt, though. Hello, I am using speech to text because there is a vampire cat sleeping on my keyboard. Maya, I hear you are going to fight Baba Lysaga. Watch out, there is one thing you desperately need to remember, and that is, no, you stupid machine, don't send yet.
I like that.
Derogade has donated with things are very difficult in Texas right now. Oh my God, yeah. Because of the historic winter storm, trying to get aid where it needs to go today and has been stressful and full of heartache. This is the only thing I've looked forward to all day. Love you all. Wish us luck. Very, very, very good luck. I hope everything turns
Good
around
luck
for
to
you,
you.
Derogade.
Yeah, stay safe.
Also, good on you for
safe.
helping send aid. Jeez.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nightjar has donated with the mods have decided that we'll be winning the Warwick D&D weekend. Just thought you should know. We may have to have a battle royale if too many of us want to go, but that's just a chance the other mods will have to take. Yep. Well, battle royale, fight to the death, and then you can go swing some swords at Mark in Warwick Castle. I think that's what he said earlier.
Yeah, that's exactly
Newton.
it. Yeah.
Newton has donated with, oh boy, it's your man, back with another strange dono. Unpoisonable rope? Madness! Next you're going to tell me there's hidden metal crates too? Buffoonery! Okay, cool. That's another one that's going to stick with me. Sir King God 1. Oh my God, what a username. Hey, long-time viewer, but first-time donating. Just wanted to say thank you, Six, so much for everything. This last year has been particularly hard for me and my mental health, but your content has always picked me up, no matter how low I got. Love to you all. Thank you very much, Sir King God. I hope all gets much, much better, and I'm glad that we are helping in some way. Newton, but again, has donated. In Mists and Shadow, I dankly meme. Here's a poem for the stream. Dog's body Jesper, Rose and the Mire. Living is what they desire. The saga surprise, quick demise. If you win, big green balls are your prize. This just got demonetized. Suck swampy juice for luck.
That's all I've ever heard.
Suck that juice. Varys has donated with no message. Day41 has donated with no message. Thank you both very much. Ravager4 has donated with, was really late today. Got here right as the finger of death went off. Looking forward to Trot's next character. Yep, there you go. Thank you very much, everybody. There was also some gifted subs from 39 Salty Cookies, Reika, Sayuri, Nirakt, K-Baus, and Nightjar. Trying to bribe, apparently, and some bits from Stitch Indigo, and the D20 Nation account also popped by to say hi. Hi, if you're still there. There you go. That's everything. That is all. Speedrun complete. Well, record.
Excellent work, Tommy. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Fail's already done
Look,
art,
Mark.
by the way.
Oh,
Fail's
I thought Kim
already
was
done
about to
art.
say. Kim said that she was going to. I thought
She
you
said
were going to say
spam.
something. Oh,
I
man.
thought you just went into like
Damn.
standby
wait.
mode.
Yeah.
No,
No,
I
I
got confused.
But I will say
dead.
that Fail has already drawn art of this, so yeah, check it out on the
It's just
Discord.
amazing how quickly they do
That
stuff.
was so quick.
So good.
And it's
Yeah.
so good.
Speedy.
So speedy. But
Speedy,
yeah, look at
speedy.
that. Look at that
Yeah.
sad boy. One sad boy in the mists.
So good.
Well, we'll find out how this whole debacle plays out next week. Maybe next week's the last
Fantastically.
episode. Maybe it's just the beginning. We'll find out next week. Till then, take care. We love you. We'll see you Sunday. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.